of us rating
rating
movies
movies.
in
I'm
Nigeria.
talking from the perspective of I have people who rate movies
A
based
lot of
on.
people will rate. Like I know I'm not. You
Yeah.
didn't get my question. I'm not disagreeing with you. What I'm saying is that, like, let's say in probably like 100 people,
Okay.
100% of people, like, what percentage do you think rate movie based? What is that thing that Nigerians really rate movie based on?
Is it on their favorite or maybe?
No, majorly they rate movies based on sometimes some people's storyline, sometimes the filmmaker, sometimes on the old components. It could be cinematography.
We've seen it in. No, I don't think Nigerian.
Okay, so what's your own? What's your own?
Average Nigerian audience actually look into cinematography, storyline.
Agreed.
Okay,
So what's your take on it?
I feel like it is who they actually want to go and watch their movie in the cinema.
Yeah, I think I
I'm
agree.
saying. That's what I said. The piece, like, what exactly you can go around to say some people do. Like people like me now. I watch.
I don't know if you get my.
I think your point is very crucial and it's very important. It's something we cannot write off. But that has to do with maybe advanced countries or something like that.
Even Nigerians do that. I'm saying
Okay.
that how many Nigerians take time to actually even think of storyline? Most Nigerians promote movies based on my fave is the one that did this movie. Not even because I want to go and watch it. So because I don't understand. There's no way you as a human being that has full functioning brain will go to the cinema and watch a movie that it is totally not worth it, but you still come out to still promote the movie. And that's why, because of what is the influence that you are getting from this is my fave, I have to promote this person's movie. It's not based on storyline. Trust me, everybody knows when a storyline is not good. We are talking about emotional connection, we're talking about a lot of things. When things are lost in movies, people know. But we're just in denial that
because he was talking about rating, he talked about the fact that people review movies. I'm not talking about the filmmaker now.
No. The question I asked, the question I asked is that, how do you think Nigerians, like, rate movie to people to watch? Not what you asked.
So if you consider that, because I see people rate films, and I'm not disputing the fact that it's based on their faves. Away from the faves now, there are other components in which people can actually rate a movie. For me, I'm speaking for my own.
Still get it. No, I'm saying that when it comes to the larger percentage of Nigerians,
I think I agree. It's based on faith.
How do you think they rate the movie? Your opinions are very valid.
I get the point.
When we are saying that, how many Nigerians sit down to watch cinematography? Most people cannot even pinpoint what is wrong with the movie. They don't watch people that actually like think and say, "Oh, I don't watch Korean movies." I used to watch Korean movies, maybe like far back, almost 10 years ago. I don't watch. If you see me watch a Korean movie now, maybe Korean movie I've watched like scenes. I'm like, okay, let me repeat it because I missed the story. I don't watch Hollywood. I'm not really a fan of Hollywood. I do watch some of it sometimes. There's a movie coming out that I'm very interested, that I'm very, very hyped about. That's because that particular story is a continuation of what I've watched since like almost 8 years ago. That's why I'm excited to watch it. And there are a lineup of stories from Hollywood that is coming out this September that I'm not even hyped about. Avatar is coming out. Do you know since when Avatar has been? But I'm not asked about it because I don't watch it anymore. So most people would even create excuses for these people because this is a particular person that owns this particular movie. You see, don't get what we're trying to say. Larger percentage of Nigerian audience don't rate movies based on cinematography. People don't even know what cinematography is. Sometimes people don't really watch cinematography. People don't want to watch what is going on. People don't even see mistakes that they can easily see.
From the crew.
Because they are focused on who
owns the project.
Who is doing the movie? You understand? They are focused on, it's my friend that did this movie.
Well, I think that's why I think
that's why most of us are not really exposed to good storyline.
And I think that's why we don't need to complain anymore. If we always watch movies based on faves,
most people watch movie.
They should take it based on what
that's
done.
why you will see the meet and greet happening because most people watch movie. In fact, some people will say, "I'm going to watch it because this person is coming for the meet and greet." That's how I want to go and watch the movie. So it's all psychology. Most Nigerian audience don't really sit down to say, "I want to watch cinematography." You have to meet people that they understand what movie is. To say, some people just watch movies for laugh. Most Nigerians have realized that most Nigerians think movies interesting because they laugh, whereas they are not actually getting any message from the movie. You will see a lot people that you've mentioned. I can say maybe let's say 10 to 15% of the audience does that, but the larger percentage watches movie based on their face.
Yeah, welcome here in Nigeria. That's how it happens.
Nigeria.
I understand.
Other countries, I would say, they will say, oh, I was going to watch the CGI, the way the film trick happened, you know. That's why someone that can watch people fly in Indian movie from third story, like almost skyscraper down, will not watch Nigerian film. Come on, it's as simple as that.
Of course, team, people have spoken so well, and I believe from my right hand side, but I think Irimofe is not meant for Nigeria actually. It's meant for abroad. I'm saying that
the main thing is when people complain about Nigerian movies, sometimes they are giving you what you want.
Yes.
Anyway, so you shouldn't complain.
But
you shouldn't complain
to
anyway.
Make money. Why would I not make? That's what exactly. The reason why you just said this now that. Oh, they are giving you what you want because they already read the audience. Market. They know that no matter what I produce, my fans will watch it because they like me, not the movie, not the story I want to give them.
My personality.
That is what people are selling in Nigerian industry. But forget about that. 70% of our movies are good movies. You might say 30%, maybe they have, lapses. They're kind of a lot of lapses. I always say there's no movie that is perfect, but we've seen a lot of near perfect Nollywood movies, productions that you rarely even see errors. You rarely see errors. There are a lot of movies that we can mention here that you rarely see errors from there. But some movies you see them, maybe they did continuity problem, a lot of issues because of lack of professionalism and the fact that they really do not really think the audience have the mind of their own. Sorry but most Nigerian audience, movie consumers, don't have the mind of their own. Most of the time, then Bademoye is in the movie. Kikia would watch it, And
I think that's why they use skit makers sometimes.
Yeah, that's what they use meet and greet too. All of those things are strategy just to call them to their tent. That's what they are doing. Imagine telling me that Timini is in ICM now. I would want to go and watch it, no matter if I don't even like the movie most of the time, but a lot of times Timini has gone for meet and greet that I even know about like a day before, but if I see that the movie is not worth it, I'm not going to go and pay my money to go and watch it. In this lifetime, if God says I would see Timini with my 2 koro eyes, I would see him. So I think that's what it's just. The audience just base what they want to go and watch. Oh, my favorite is the one that did the movie. In fact, they can fight you to nail if you tell them that the movie is sometimes I raise movie on my status and a lot of DM in my comment I say no, it's not movie. No, their faith can do no wrong.
Can never go
and
wrong.
That's where your faith is actually not progressing, because if you as a fan cannot tell your faith that
cannot spot the critics
what you are doing, you can enter your faith's DM. Like, even though you don't want to, I don't advise you to go under your faith's comment section to say, oh, this is the, if you want to tell somebody obstructive, is it constructive criticism, you can go to this person's DM to say, oh, I'm so sorry, your movie. Trust me, most celebrities, when they see that you have something to say to them, they would check that DM and give it. Once they are ready to actually accept that I am producing movies for consumers, and a consumer is telling me that these are the things that I did not do well, in my next production they will implement it better.
To improve on it. Yes, thank you so much for joining us on the program. This is Resolution Box on ConsumerHallaTV, and please, the content or the discussion of the program is not placing you on limitation. Please, if you are finding any difficulty, or you want to lodge a complaint, or you've actually lodged a complaint, you've reached out to the industry, to the organization, to the manufacturers, and all to no avail, please do well to call the numbers displaying on the big screen. And referencing to this subject matter we are analyzing on the program, we're talking about movie streaming platforms, and we're talking about the benefits of movie streaming platforms on consumer. So moving away from social influence, we're talking about changing consumption habits. The rise of streaming services has altered movie consumption habits, offering consumer more choices and flexibility. This shift has led to a decline in traditional movie theater attendance. Demographic preferences as well. Different demographics have unique movies preferences influenced by factors such as age, income, education level. For example, younger audiences, action-packed blockbuster franchise, like the consumer which said he loves animation, so younger audience. So female viewers love romantic comedies and drama, and family audiences prefer animated movies and the family-friendly adventure.
For the kids, animated movies.
Yeah, overall, movies, I beg your pardon, have a profound impact on consumers, influencing their emotions, preferences, and behavior. Team, having all said this, I need to bring this question to the table. What impact do movie platforms have on the way we consume and engage watching all these movies?
For me, I think you can't rely the fact that streaming movie platforms have a lot of impact on people, and people can have been watch movies. Somebody finishes this episode, is on to another one, and all of those things. Probably because they are interesting or for whatever reason. And sometimes you just spend more time watching movies and realize that you do not sleep. Some people do not even eat because they just want to watch movies series and all that. So it has some negativity on people too. Yeah. And I think it has even shifted from the positive angle more because sometimes it's just not that it's to entertain you or educate you depending on what you watch. And it's not just movies people get to see. Sometimes even TV shows are available on this streaming platform that
the documentaries also.
You just want to watch everything at a go, and you realize that psychologically it's affecting you. You are not sleeping very well. Even students who are meant to be reading are now focused on watching movies and all that. So in as much as I think it has its positive angle, it has shifted away from that and that. More negative effects on
that's interesting. We're still getting to the disadvantages of movie platform to consumer, because I've always said it countless and a million times. In fact, I've lost the count that it's always the two sides of a coin. Whatever has the positive side would definitely have the negative side. Interesting to talk about. I would ask you this question: what's your most preferred streaming platform?
Anyways, I don't know. I don't know when it comes to streaming, whether music or movies.
I'm talking about movies. I asked her and she was specific. She said Showmax or Netflix. So can you be specific? Like, is it Netflix for you or Prime or?
That if I thought I want to stream anything or shows, it's always YouTube.
Yeah,
that's why
I love YouTube too.
Because for me, I think YouTube, in as much as Netflix has the library has a lot of movies you can stream, and you have original content that you can't get anywhere
on
else.
YouTube, that's the problem.
But even YouTube, you can get original content. MSI can decide to bring you a content that
you
is
will
just
not see most of the movies, like cinema movies.
You understand?
Premium,
I know
premium
you
content.
Sometimes people just believe us is YouTube. It's substandard.
I said the reason why most of these people that are picking Netflix, Amazon Prime, you just want to act bougie. Everybody uses YouTube.
That was why when I said for me when it comes, I think if you wake me up from sleep, I'm like, what do you stream?
I get your point.
Anybody who knows me know that it's YouTube.
I have to like this is what I mean. I just Netflix. Yeah, I have to act bougie. Come on, YouTube. No,
but for me, I think I would choose Prime. Because I think these days, when it comes to content, my opinion anyways, when it comes to content, I've seen a lot of amazing movies on
what
Prime.
You will not see on Netflix, you will see on Prime.
But
the only thing about Prime is that it's very hard to navigate. That's the only problem that I said before. Like, Prime is a very good streaming platform, but you're buying, you're renting, it's just a lot of thing over there.
It's based on video on demand.
People don't really, because most of my friends like, I don't understand Amazon Prime, lots of things like that. So I think that's just the only thing that is making them fall short. Every other thing they are good.
Okay, I guess they are watching as well, and they can up their game so consumers can have multiple access. Talking about Prime Video, we have a whole lot to talk about on the program, and you can still be part of the conversation by calling, telling us your most preferred movie streaming platforms, or better still, you can please call to lodge your complaints about any industry, any company whatsoever. It's Resolution Box. Stay with us, go nowhere. We appreciate you for being there. Let's go on a quick break.
We offer deliberately, part of what we do is that we also offer advocacy. All right, we're not just an advocacy organization, but We offer advocacy. We have a legal team. We have lawyers that are registered on our platform, all right, that can also take up cases, okay? So, and we've taken up many cases like that, you know, and won those cases. So, Consumer Hala is a platform to help consumers to, we're not fighting brand, but rather we say we're bringing about an amicable, you know, resolution of conflict, such that it will be beneficial to the consumers and also be beneficial to the brand. You know, I remember the word of Jeff Bezos. Bezos is the founder of Amazon. He said that the most important single thing, all right, for an organization is to focus obsessively, use the word obsessively, on the customer. We often say that customers is a king. They should sit at the top of the ladder. In our environment, customers are the ladder. A brand wakes up today, decide what product to produce. They wake up today, decide how much the consumer should pay. They wake up to decide everything for consumers. So consumers are just at the receiving end, and yet they are milking the consumers. There's no price regulation in this country, none. People just wake up and fix prices. Look at the power. You know, government wakes up, we change policy, we wake up and we get people to pay more. We think it's time for consumers to begin to speak out. In speaking out, in engaging, we can get the brand to begin to do what is right. And of course, I know that the consumers themselves need to be educated. So our role, our vision also is to ensure that we educate consumers. We bring awareness. A lot of Nigerian consumers don't even know about their rights. You buy a product from a supermarket. I've had this experience. You buy a product from a supermarket, all right? For whatever reason, you take that product back to your house, and maybe something went wrong somewhere. By the time you take that product back to the shop where you bought it from, and you say, Oga, this thing, you know what's going to tell you? Oga, na me make am. Na me make am, that's why I buy am. Meaning that there's nothing I can do to the product. So you lose the product, then you lose your money, because the money is not refunded. The product you can't use. Only in Nigeria. Only in Nigeria. Let me give you another experience I had. In the course of this, because I went around, you know, in doing this. I was in US, I was in UK, I was in South Africa, I was in Germany, just because of this, to just study the environment. You know, I was in a friend's house in UK, in London, you know, and then what happened? We were going to go out, and he was going to dress up. So he said, oh, to me, I was seated in his sitting room. So he said, oh, wait a minute, I picked up an iron, that's the pressing iron, 2 days ago or so from a store. You know, oh, let me try this, let me just stand, use that to iron my shirt and we can go out. So I was seated, the TV was on, I was watching. While I watched him, he brought out the pressing board, you know, spread it out, brought the iron out in my presence, plugged in the iron, and then as soon as he switched on the power button, we just had a spark. Boom! Ooh. The guy was raged. Then he goes, what just happened? So he said, no, these guys are in trouble, they're in soup. I was thinking, what are you going to do? You know, I was trying to compare that experience to what would have happened in Nigeria. In my presence there, he opened the pack. There was a card inside it. Inside that card was a call, number to call. And he called the shop or wherever he got the thing from. I was hearing the conversation that was going on. And all he said to them on the phone was, look, you know, by the time he even called, you know, clearly because they already, through the call, they could trace where he was calling from and who was calling. He said, yeah, I pick up this number, I pick up this iron yesterday, and guess what? I just plug it to power, and then this thing just, you know, stop, didn't work. At the other hand, I could hear the voice, oh, we're so sorry. We're sorry about that. And they said, this is your address, yeah. Don't worry, we'll get you a replacement. All right. So my friend ended the call and dropped the. So I said, so what's going to happen? He said, don't worry yourself now. Shebi, we're here. They will bring a replacement. I said, they will bring a replacement. He said, yes. I said, they won't even try to check whether it was your fault, because it could have been your fault. Maybe you didn't do something well about the first. No, it can't be his fault. Now, Shebi is a brand new item that he bought. While we were still talking, in fact, I'm not even sure it was up to 30 minutes or so. We had a knock on the door. He himself said he must be the dispatch person. By the time he opened the door, it was a dispatch man that was on the other side. And then the dispatch man was at the door. Just watch this. Was at the door. I was seated in the sitting room. The guy was at the door to meet with the dispatch guy. The dispatch man that brought the replacement iron, you know, I heard him say, we're so sorry. So I was so shocked. I mean, a dispatch man, this guy is a dispatch, so also apologize. I was so touched by it that even a dispatch man was so trained, you know, to tell the guy, we are so sorry. And guess what? He brought the replacement iron. By the time my guy opened the iron, it was a bigger size iron. So they replaced with a bigger size iron. The guy never asked for the one that went bad. He didn't say, okay, where is the other one that we gave to you, so that he could take it back. No, he just bought a new one and gave it back. So I asked my friend, I said, can you interpret this to me? He said, here in London, if they didn't do this, they know the next thing I will do. So I'm just going to grab a lawyer and I'm going to tell them they've destroyed something in my house. By the time I'm done, they will pay through their nose. Because the brand, the consumers are conscious of their rights. In Nigerian consumers, even those who are aware, won't even take the battle up. Everybody just go, what can we do now? Today they wake up and ban this. What can we do now? So we're going to change the narrative. We have to stand up. So the vision of ConsumerHallaTV is really to create an engagement platform.
Thank you so much for still being there with us. If you're just joining us, this is Resolution Box on ConsumerHallaTV, and this program is well packaged for you as a consumer. This program is meant for you, aside from projecting out your voice. If you are having any complaints to lodge about any industry, any company whatsoever, please call the numbers displaying on the base screen. Pour out your narrative. You want to be part of it, and of course you get the resolution. But this is the century point of resolution on ConsumerHallaTV. And looking at the conversation we're having, I and my capable team, we're talking about movie streaming platforms, and talking about it, consumers of media choice and preferences. And before we went on a short break, we spoke about the advantages of movie streaming platforms to consumers. So let's look at the disadvantages of movie platforms to consumer. The subscription fatigue is number one. Multiple streaming platforms can lead to subscription fatigue, making it difficult for consumers to keep track of and manage their subscriptions. I think that is one of the major voice the consumers were projecting out in consumer analysis, saying the subscription team. Please, okay, what do you think all these movie streaming platforms can do, most especially Netflix and Prime? You know, how can they, you know, manage their consumers with streaming platforms? How can they come to a mutual point?
Subscriptions. First of all, do people realize that Netflix is an international brand, and normally they charge in dollars, but they're bringing it down to us and saying, oh, let's charge you in naira. I just feel like sometimes, I'm very sorry, yeah, all fingers are not equal. Trust me, we all want premium content. But are we supposed to watch these movies for free? Marketers are going to get their money. Producers are going to get their money. Trust me, a lot goes into
the cast, the crew.
Do you think people make movie for fun? We should ask ourselves that question, because if you're actually bringing a market to your audience, we don't want to make profit. So I really don't understand. Maybe you want them to now cut the cost, maybe like slash it into two,
or maybe a percentage, or maybe from 100 to make it 80 or 85 or something.
If you can say, oh, let's do it like, because most of the time it can be annoying that I will not watch Netflix for a whole month, but you are charging me. You understand? So, but I feel like if you know you're not watching the Netflix for a whole month, why not just
deactivate it?
When you are ready, you go back to it. So
activate
I
it
don't
back.
know what we are going to be doing.
All right.
Fingers are not equal because of maybe they're charging, because the person said he's paying
10.5 per month. Yeah.
What are you subscribing? I think that person is only subscribing because he has people that are using it. But if it's only you that
send him and his sister pay that 10.5
together, maybe they don't understand that there are other subscription levels like, because I think Netflix can do 1.6. No, you can do 1.625, per month, which is not far-fetched. I don't understand.
Alright, the content overload, I think we spoke about it. The vast amount of content available on movie platforms can be overwhelming, making it challenging for consumers to find what they are looking for, or to know the one they want to watch.
What exactly do we want? Content is short. You are saying that content is short.
I can relate.
I give you a point,
because for me, I stream on YouTube, and I was like saying it, that sometimes I'm still looking out for this person's movie. Then the next thing, another. So I have a lot of movies.
TV has dropped 6 movies.
People
TV has dropped like 10
for
movies.
Me, it's overwhelming.
People like me, keep them coming.
Okay. Alright.
Keep them coming. No, don't mind these people.
Okay.
Keep them coming.
Alright.
This is not a disadvantage. It's not supposed to be because people will say it's too dry. That's what they are complaining about on DSTV now. DSTV doesn't have content. DSTV doesn't have this thing. GoTV doesn't have content. But now Netflix is giving you excess content. You are still saying that the content is too much. Don't think you can use to satisfy human.
Alright, let's look at the quality. But it can be overwhelming, and
I get you,
the subscription is crying, data plan is crying. When Irimofe TV drops 15 movies, Ayomikole movies drops 20, Jadi Sola movie drops 55 movies a day.
I actually think that it depends on what you prioritize. Also, your priority matters. There are some movies on YouTube that no matter what you drop, because of the person producing it, I would not watch it, because maybe I've seen like two of the productions that they are not like up to the standard. I would not watch it. But the people that would have to drop movies on YouTube, I would watch them. I just feel like sometimes for us also is greed. We want to watch everything.
I
think that's
it's not greed. That means because
okay, please.
You just
in 1 minute.
I do not. The truth is, okay, for instance, you will recommend to me that what this on is so person.
But wait now. How many movies that I will recommend to you in a week?
Wait now.
Oh
You've recommended movie to me, like, okay, 2 movies. I have that one in mind. Then I still see when I want to watch that 2. And I'm still trying to watch one. Then another one is popping up, and I like this person too. And I believe that their movies are meaningful. So by the time you look at it, you have like 10 movies you want to watch. Then because of overwhelming to watch, so that's my point.
I get your point, but let me ask you a question.
Okay, just 1 minute.
In 10 movies, for me, I wouldn't stress my mind to watch all 10. I could watch the one I prioritize for that week, and then maybe during the weekend I could watch other.
Who knows? Another movie might have even dropped.
That's the thing. The thing is that for me, there's some people that watch. It's how you filter what you watch. Some people drop movie weekly. Some people drop 2 days. Some people drop.
Thank you so much. We'll be right back. Thank you so much for still being there. We apologize for that. This is the resolution box, and we're still talking about the disadvantages of movie streaming platforms on consumer. I don't want to talk about this quality issues. Some movie platforms may have poor video quality, buffering issues, or inconsistent streaming quality, which can negatively impact the viewing experience. Then content removal. Movies and TV shows can be removed from platforms without notice, leaving consumers disappointed and frustrated. Talking about that, I think Irimofe, I was talking about a movie from a very well favorite actress, and he was saying he saw the movie drop and all of that. So, but now I think the movie is now back. Because I have it. Yeah, the movie is now back.
That's good.
Yeah. So let's move away from there. Price increases. Movie platforms often increase their prices, which can be a disadvantage for consumers who are on a budget. Yeah, because the economy, of course, must be on budget. Then limited availability. Some movies or TV shows may not be available on certain platforms due to licensing agreement or geographical restrictions. We made mention of it earlier on. Then ads and interruptions. Some movies platforms include ads or interruptions which can disrupt the viewing experience. We made mention of that too as well. Then data consumption. A streaming platform can consume a significant amount of data, which can be a concern for consumers with limited data plan. Then dependence on internet. Movie platforms require stable internet connection, which can be a disadvantage for consumers with poor internet connectivity. Then DRM restrictions. Some movies platform may use digital rights management restrictions, which can limit how the consumer can access and use the content. Lack of ownership. When consumers stream movies, they don't own the content and may not have access to it. Once the platform removes it, then the piracy concerns. I mean, something that has become a cankerworm that has eaten deep into the movie industry.
It's not funny, but I'm just like he said, it has really eaten deep, and I don't know if there will ever be any solutions.
I think they need to curb it a little bit better.
So some consumers may be concerned about the security and legitimacy of movie platforms, particularly if they are unsure about the platform corporate policies. These are some of the disadvantages movie platforms have on consumer. However, many platforms are working to address these issues and improve the overall viewing take. That's very interesting.
Can I ask a question before we move on?
Okay.
What do you guys think about movie platforms that you are paying subscription for and then you are still using your data to watch it?
I think about that one is please allow me use the Gen Z word. I'm a Gen Z. Overbilling. That one is overbilling for me.
Because I'm like,
it's overbilling.
I'm really subscribing. So why am I still using my data to watch?
Shefe per minute.
Exactly.
Shefe per minute. It's becoming.
Netflix. Best spaghetti. Like spicy noodles. Almost all of them. Almost all of them. I'm paying already. YouTube, I can understand. I'm not paying.
But those that do premium anyway.
No, exactly. Me, I don't do premium. You are doing premium. Me, I don't do premium. But then, why am I paying?
You do premium? Wow, that's interesting.
He has money now.
Remofe has the money. I think, guys, I think anytime you see Remofe, please just bill him and ask money from him. Wow, that's interesting. And now we have to, of course, end the conversation. It's been an interesting, insightful, informative, educative. What else thief can I say? But don't thief, please. We have to leave right now. Kike, what do you have to say to the listeners of home?
Be careful of the content that you watch, you consume. Most of them sometimes can cause psychological issues. We've seen lots of decisions that people have made based on, or they watch some dark stories and they may have influenced their life situations. And also beware of wherever you're watching your movies from, so you don't get viruses, on your phone. And for all of us, some of us are going to the cinema to put on our phone to screen record whatever.
It's even prohibited.
Please avoid
prohibited.
If they catch you, kitty at the back. Going there. So please, let's be careful and let's know what we're doing. If you have issues with subscription on Netflix, reduce it. Don't pay for people. If they also want to watch Netflix, it's only when you have money. If they want to watch, they should go and also subscribe to Netflix. I feel like that's way we can also make our life easier and simpler. So
Thank you so much, Ikelo Majibola, my girl. It's always a beautiful experience to have you as part of my team. Thank you so much for that. And now let me move over to Magenta. One word for the movie streaming platforms,
Just
and what word for the consumer?
Okay, just keep streaming. That's what I have for the consumer.
Of course, they will have to keep streaming because you stream almost all the.
But all I just have to say is, please pay for what you stream. I said scream. It's really.
Pay for what you stream.
We have to pay for it. And also those who are the filmmakers, please give us content that we can be proud of. No, we don't want to. I don't want to watch movies because it's my favorite.
I will go to cinema to go and pay 13,500 naira.
It's not even cinema now. At least if I sit at the comfort of my home, let me get something that I can be proud of.
Exactly.
That's very interesting. They've spoken so well. My most capable team of bringing it from. They brought it actually from the left hand side to the right hand side, and that is something beautiful. That I must say that consumers have seen something beautiful to build, and the movie streaming platforms as well have seen something tangible to build. Thank you so much for joining us on the conversation. Please note all opinion, conversation, and expression on this program does not have any connection to do with ConsumerHallaTV. Neither is it of us, we the broadcasters, but based on a consumer's opinion and choices. I am Yuri Ayomi Koleke. Good afternoon.
My name is Peters, and I am a product manager. So this is a very innovative idea, and first off, everybody is a consumer, and so this is the voice of the consumer, and this is the voice that is going to be heard. For the first time, the consumers in this country are going to be able to express their ideas and to get to know your rights, to know what belongs to you, and it's going to change a lot of branding. It's going to change a lot of things because everybody knows that we're not just getting things out for the consumers. The consumers have a right to accept. You know, as they say, the customer is always right. So the customer is the consumer, and the consumer is always right. So, you know, when there is control, when there is feedback, there is bound to be change. So so I said, I'm a product manager. When you develop products, sometimes you believe you know what the users want, and through different kinds of surveys. But when the users actually get the product, they can tell you their mind, how the product is, their feeling about the product. So it's good to definitely change how products are being designed, how services are being given to people, because you can get a feedback, and that feedback can make or mar a company, you know, and everybody wants to have good feedback. So it's definitely going to change the behavior of people that make products. One very good thing is information. Information is power. So the consumer is going to get way more powerful. The voice of the consumer will be heard, the opinions of the consumers will be heard, and that opinion will shape how products and services will be made in this country going forward. Be on the lookout. You are now in charge. Several things coming your way through this station. I'm very excited about it. The things he's already brought out, and there will be many more things. But the bottom line, the consumer is now in the driver's seat. So ConsumerHallaTV, thank you for this innovative work. You're going to keep evolving and just follow the consumers. The consumers will lead you to what they want, and that's how it's supposed to be, always. You're going to have different types of consumers, and they're going to pander to the different needs, but you are going to be making consumers very, very powerful. So thumbs up, keep up the good work. My name is Peters. Thank you very much.
Hey there, do you know in the world today, everyone is a consumer, and as consumers, We all have the right to be heard.
In Nigeria today, as a consumer, you have all right to product information, pricing, right to return.
ConsumerHallaTV. Follow us on our Facebook page, ConsumerHallaTV, our Instagram page, ConsumerHallaTV, and do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscription is free. ConsumerHallaTV. At ConsumerHallaTV, you deserve to be heard. At ConsumerHallaTV, you deserve to be heard.
I was so touched by it that even a dispatchman was so trained, to tell the guy, we are so sorry. And guess what? He brought the replacement iron. By the time my guy opened the iron, it was a bigger size iron. So they replaced with a bigger size iron. The guy never asked for the one that went bad. He didn't say, "Oga, where is the other one that we gave to you," so that he could take it back. No, he just bought a new one and gave it back. So I asked my friend, I said, "Can you interpret this to me?" He said, "Here in London, if they didn't do this, they know the next thing I will do. So I'm just going to grab a lawyer and I'm going to tell them they've destroyed something in my house. By the time I'm done, they will pay through their nose." Because the consumers are conscious of their rights. In Nigerian consumers, even those who are aware, won't even take the battle up. Everybody just go, what can we do now? Today they wake up and ban this. What can we do now? So we're going to change the narrative. We have to stand up. So the vision of ConsumerHallaTV is really to create an engagement platform that constantly mirrors the minds of consumers and provide right connections for meaningful brands in Nigeria. Thus, we believe, will be forming part of that our overall vision, of creating a more caring world of consumers where businesses thrive. So, I think that we'll make our impact. We ask you to join us on this journey. ConsumerHallaTV will drive engagement. It will also be there to help to promote brands that are doing what is right. So we're not out to criticize any brand. Rather, we have to complement what the brands are doing, because there is no organization that or a business that was set up to fail. Nobody set up a business to fail. So there are just gaps that needs to be fixed. So together we can fix things, and together we believe that we will create the right story for consumers in Nigeria. Thank you very much.
know, in the world today, everyone is a consumer. And as consumers, we all have the right to be heard.
In Nigeria today, as a consumer, you have all right to product information, right to fair pricing, right to return goods, right to product labeling, right to fair dealings, and a lot more.
Well then, have you heard about the new media channel?
ConsumerHallaTV.
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 At ConsumerHallaTV, our goal is to inform and educate consumers in Nigeria with insightful news alongside development within the fast-paced world of consumers through well-researched, specialized, and analytical content.
Our vision at ConsumerHallaTV is to create an engaging platform that provides right connections for meaningful brands in Nigeria, thus creating a more caring world for consumers where business thrive.
And guess what? Our Consumer Hala brand is the first consumer complaint resolution portal in Nigeria, powered by a 72-hour feedback mechanism. We offer consumer advocacy, informative talk shows, branding promotions, advertising, and lots more. Connect with us via our YouTube channel at ConsumerHallaTV. Follow us on our Facebook page, ConsumerHallaTV, our Instagram page, ConsumerHallaTV, and do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscription is free. ConsumerHallaTV. At ConsumerHallaTV, you deserve to be heard.
At ConsumerHallaTV, you deserve to be heard. Hey there, do you know, in the world today, everyone is a consumer. And as consumers,
Good afternoon and welcome to the news on the ConsumerHallaTV News at 4. I am Iri Ayomikuleke. We start the news with bank matters. We're talking about the Union Bank of Nigeria as it announced the successful completion of its merger with Titan Trust Bank Limited, following final approval from the Central Bank of Nigeria. According to a statement from the bank's head of brand and marketing, Mrs. Olufumilola Aluko, this milestone concludes a process that began with the signing of a share sale agreement in 2021 and positions Union Bank as an even stronger force. We'll be back on the news. Please stay with us, pardon us for a few minutes. Thank you so much for joining us on the news. We're talking about Union Bank of Nigeria as it announced the successful completion of its merger with Titan Trust Bank Limited following final approval from the Central Bank of Nigeria. According to a statement from the bank's head of brand and marketing, Mrs. Olufumilola Aluko, this milestone concludes the process that began with the signing of a share sale agreement in 2021 and positioned Union Bank as an even stronger force within Nigeria's financial services sector. Under the terms of the merger, Union Bank has fully absorbed Titan Trust Bank's operations and assets. The combined institution will continue to operate under the Union Bank brand, while Titan Trust Bank ceases to exist as a separate entity. With an expanded footprint of over 293 services centers and 937 ATMs nationwide, supported by strengthened digital channels, the Union Bank is poised to deliver enhanced value across retail, SMEs, and corporate segments. The merger combines Union Bank's trusted heritage with Titan Trust agility and innovation, creating a platform for sustainable growth and broader financial inclusion. And now let's talk agriculture matter now. The All Farmers Association of Nigeria has cried out over the country's food system, warning that multiple challenges could worsen food insecurity if urgent action is not taken. The national president of AFAN, Kabir Kebarm, said insecurity, inflation triggered by subsidy removal and climate change are among the most pressing issues crippling agricultural productivity in Nigeria. Mr. Kabir Kebarm, who spoke to journalists, said, and I quote the statement, "A food system is impaired for so many reasons. We have a lot of insecurity that is really bedveiling farmers, especially in the food basket areas. And then suddenly the purchasing power of our naira since the removal of subsidy. You know how it has become. And then the effect of climate change. Meanwhile, the AFAN president noted that optimizing production requires both short-term and long-term strategies that prepare the nation for its rapidly growing population, noting so there are many factors and many ways to optimize production to a level where it will be sufficient for now. Meanwhile, there is an anticipation of the population that will rise when it comes to agriculture. Now let's move away from agricultural matters now and let's talk about the story in reference to the national grid as it reaches an increasingly alarming rate. The federal government has now issued an order mandating that all electricity generation companies connected to the grid implement free governor control across their generating units. The order went into non-compliance will attract heavy penalties, including disconnection from the grid. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission's order referenced and also signed this on the 26th of August 2025 by the Commission's Vice Chairman Musuli Hosseini and the Commissioner for Legal Licensing and Compliance Dafi Akmeneye, where it was said that this will take effect on the 4th of September today. However, it was ordered that any gen code that fails to comply with any integration and activation of FGC on all generating units by November 30th of 2025 shall be liable to a penalty of a prorated 10% of the invoice associated with the defaulting generating unit and any generating unit that records 90 consecutive days of FGC non-compliance, which shall be disconnected from the grid. But still talking about the news, the Commission also stated that the measure was necessary to prevent repeated system disturbances and enforce strict compliance with the grid code. According to the Commission, the order aims to establish a structured framework for enhancing the reliability and stability of Nigeria's power grid by ensuring strict compliance with operational frequency limits, implementing transparent monitoring mechanism and imposing penalties for violation of the grid code. Let's talk about the National Pension Commission, PENCOM, as it warned all licensed pension fund administrators to henceforth desist from inducing retirement savings account holders. The director of the Surveillance Department, A.M. Salim, signed the circular directed this to all pension fund administrators and also reiterated the Commission's zero tolerance stance against the inducement of RSA holders. The Commissioner, beg your pardon, and its new reference circular reminded PFAs of an earlier directive dated the 14th of September 2022, which prohibit them from offering gifts, cash, or any form of incentive to influence RSA's transfer decisions. Still reading on the news about this, PENCOM stressed that any PFAs found offering or facilitating inducement, whether financial or non-financial, to sway an RSA holder's decision to transfer or retain their accounts would face immediate regulatory action. Also, in addition, the Commission shall impose further regulatory sanctions against the PFAs and its strict accordance with the framework for the regime of sanctions. Now let's talk about federal government matters in reference to this bilateral relations story between the federal government and its Brazilian counterpart as it initiates talks aimed at strengthening economic and financial cooperation with a particular focus on payment system fintech and the expansion of mobile money services. The governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Mr. Rolaye Cardoso, and his Brazilian counterpart, Gabriel Galipolo, held discussions in Brazil during President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's state visit to the South American country. A press statement from the CBN on Saturday over the weekend said the engagement formed part of a broader working visit by the CBN team to the Banco Central de Brazil. In addition to the high-level talks, the Nigerian delegation also participated in a series of technical meetings with Brazilian officials covering monetary policy, financial stability, and regulatory cooperation. Meanwhile, Mr. Olayemi Cardoso described the meeting as an opportunity to strengthen institutional collaboration and share expertise between the two central banks. And now join me as we move down to Ogun State, where the governor of Ogun State, Governor Dapo Abiodun, over the weekend released 130 acres of land for the construction of Ijebu, inland dry port along the Mojoda Expressway, Ijebu. According to a statement issued by the Senior Special Assistant on the Media to the Governor, Mr. Taye Mabiwije, the release of the land followed approval of the project by the federal government. This milestone is said to be coming on the heels of the recent certification of Gateway International Airport by the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority to begin commercial flights, and thereby positioning the state firmly on Nigeria's aviation map and boosting its appeal as a destination for global trade, investment, and tourism. We move away from Ogun State. Let's report about Arigo Technologies, one of a leading tech firm, has now made history with the launch of the world's first 7 groundbreaking digital platforms in Lagos State here in Nigeria. The event, described as a defining moment for Africa's tech ecosystem, showcased Agrio's flagship platforms like Business Marketplace and Professional Network, Football Talent and Scouting Hub with Marriage and Therapy platform, alongside Luxury Real Estate and Auto Marketplace, and also Storytelling and User Reward platform, among many others. The launch attracted representatives from government agencies, leading banks, universities, tech investors, FIFA licensed football agents, and global business partners, cementing Agrio Technologies' status as one of Africa's fastest rising innovation powerhouses. Speaking at the event, Dr. Amrize Madueke, the founder of the tech company, said the platforms were built to solve Africa's unique challenges while positioning the continent as a global technology leader. It said, and I quote the statement, "We are not just building apps, we're building solutions that create jobs, empower entrepreneurs, connect talent, and prove that Africa can lead the world in innovation." You're still watching ConsumerHallaTV News at 4. Now, let's talk about this bilateral story. The Nigeria-China strategic partnership has announced to its Chinese counterparts that Nigeria's data center market is projected to reach $671 million by 2030. Director General of the NCSP, Joseph Tegbe, revealed this statement over the weekend, speaking in China at the Digital Silk Road Connection event. He said that the Nigeria data center market, valued at $278 million for 2024, is projected to grow $671 million by 2030. He also urged Chinese technology giants to seize early opportunities in the continent's rapidly expanding digital economy, especially in Nigeria. The Director General said the demand for digital capacity was clear and urgent in Nigeria, which already shares a huge percentage of Africa's internet user base, above 570 million, with mobile tariff expanding at 40% annually. And now we've come to the end of the news. I am Ire Ayomigoleke. Thank you so much for listening to the news.
Right, my name is Korede Peters and I am a product manager. So this is a very innovative idea, and first off, everybody is a consumer, and so this is the voice of the consumer, and this is a voice that is going to be heard. For the first time, the consumers in this country are going to be able to express their ideas and to get to know your rights, to know what belongs to you. And it's going to change a lot of branding. It's going to change a lot of things, because everybody knows that we're not just getting things out for the consumers. The consumers have a right to accept. As they say, the customer is always right. So the customer is the consumer, and the consumer is always right. So, when there is control, when there is feedback, there is bound to be change. So so I said, I'm a product manager. When you develop products, sometimes you believe you know what the users want, and through different kinds of surveys. But when the users actually get the product, they can tell you their mind, how the product is, their feeling about the product. So it's good to definitely change how products are being designed, how services are being given to people, because you can get a feedback, and that feedback can make or mar a company, and everybody wants to have good feedback. So it's definitely going to change the behavior of people that make products. One very good thing is information. Information is power. So the consumer is going to get way more powerful. The voice of the consumer will be heard, the opinions of the consumers will be heard, and that opinion will shape how products and services will be made in this country going forward. Be on the lookout. You are now in charge. Several things coming your way through this station. I'm very excited about it. The things he's already brought out, and there will be many more things. But the bottom line, the consumer is now in the driver's seat. So ConsumerHallaTV, thank you for this innovative work. You're going to keep evolving, and just follow the consumers. The consumers will lead you to what they want, and that's how it's supposed to be, always. You're going to have different types of consumers, and you're going to pander to the different needs, but you're going to be making consumers very, very powerful. So, thumbs up, keep up the good work. My name is Korede Peters. Thank you very much.
The big screen at your fingertips, but with so many movie streaming platforms out there, which one truly delivers? I am Elizabeth Abefe, and I'm live here at Ikeja, Lagos. You're welcome to Consumer Voice on ConsumerHallaTV, where consumers genuinely share with us their preference and tell us why. But today we are streaming the best, which ones reigns for users' experience and streaming quality. Let's go find out which platform wins.
Good morning.
What is your name?
My name is Manuel.
Okay, so do you watch movie?
Yeah,
Okay, so which of the movie streaming platform do you use, and why do you prefer it?
I mostly use Prime because they have lots of interesting and captivating movies.
So do you prefer your movie, when you're watching your movie on this particular app, do you like the ad free or the ones that shows ad? How is the advert like? How is the ad?
Advertisement on Prime is not really that much compared to that of Netflix. So that's why I more prefer Prime, because this ad popping up is very, very annoying. It can be really, very, very annoying.
So now talking about other platform, which other streaming platform have you used?
I've tried Crunchyroll, but Crunchyroll is mainly for animes. I've tried using YouTube and MovieBox.
Okay, you talked about Netflix too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is your best movie or content you love watching on Prime?
Animes.
Okay, so now let me ask you, in one word, how do you enjoy watching movie? Okay, let me repeat the question. In one word, when you are watching movie, how do you feel?
Peace of mind.
Okay, thank you very much.
good morning.
What is your name?
My name is Kayode Deborah.
Okay, so do you watch movie?
Yes, of course. Why not?
Okay, so which of the movie streaming platform do you use and why do you prefer it?
Netflix.
Why do you prefer Netflix?
We all know Netflix is so beautiful. The effect, the premium of the class of movie that is on there, international movie. As for me, I learned big English, like big grammar. As a matter of fact, yes, on Netflix. As a matter of fact, sometimes when I overheard all this grammar, and then I go on Google and so I think it's educative, communicating, and socialite.
So have you tried other movie streaming platform before?
Yes, of course.
Like
YouTube. YouTube is one of the best. It has been best in Africa.
Okay, so now you're trying to tell me you make use of YouTube and also Netflix.
Definitely.
So is there a reason why you multitask both? You use both?
Yeah, yes. Netflix, you have to pay. You have to pay to watch. On YouTube, it's free. And on YouTube, we have our cultural movies. That's the Yoruba Nollywood. And if our epic movies is all on YouTube, and on YouTube you can learn on YouTube. There's classes on YouTube. There's a lot of things, cooking class. So YouTube is so good for me. I'm okay with YouTube and Netflix.
What's that best program you stream on Netflix?
For me, any trendy movie I'm good to go. Any trendy movie, either international, American movie, or at least we have to celebrate our own actress. Yeah, so
okay. So a lot of people talk about ad on Netflix. Do you experience that too on Netflix?
No.
So what other benefits will you want Netflix to improve on? What's the future? What's the other future on other platform that is not on Netflix and you want them to improve on?
We already know Netflix is in this part of aspect whereby it's a no-go area when you don't have your subscription, you don't have your data, you can't watch any movie on Netflix. And on YouTube is free, which is but for me, what I think is for Netflix, they should give us I don't know. But me, I'm okay with any service they render. I'm just good with any service they render. I'm okay with it.
Okay.
So Netflix is good, YouTube is good, either free or you buying data. You already know that, okay, if I'm going to YouTube, I'm watching anything movie or anything free or music. On Netflix, you have to. So I don't know, you just have to choose your choice.
So how expensive is Netflix?
For me, I have to be sincere, it's so expensive. But there's this thing I do with my friends. We come together, pay the subscription, then we connected together. So I think it's better if people can actually do that too as well.
So in one word, how does movie make you feel?
Right now I'm going through a lot. Music has been my best friend. At this moment, even this morning, music has been movie, yeah. It has been my best friend for now. Sometimes I get emotional when I watch some movies. Sometimes I feel like I want to be part of that movie, reality of it. Yes, I can relate. So I'm good. It's my best friend for now. I'm always with movie anytime. But the most movie I like most on Netflix, let me tell you.
Tell me, just me.
Lulu, all this yes, Chinese food, the way they used to use one hand to carry one car. I love the movie. I'm always anytime you see me on Netflix, even my neighbors, they know I'm always there. I want to watch how they carry.
Hope you are learning Chinese language.
Because our government said we should learn.
Okay.
We should learn how to fight. So
thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
What is your name?
Alison.
Okay, so which of the movie streaming platform do you make use of and why do you prefer it?
I make use of Netflix. It's just, it's better, it's best.
Okay.
The quality, everything is okay.
So have you tried other movie streaming platform?
Not really. Okay, I've tried Male Movie. I don't know if you know about it. Yeah, they recently just added it.
Okay. Yeah. So do you still use it, or you majorly make it?
Once in a while, I majorly use Netflix.
Okay, so why do you why do you make use of both? Why do you stream both?
There are movies that you can't find on Netflix that you can see on Male Movie. So that's the reason. That's my reason.
Okay, talking about that, what other feature do you think Netflix should add to their list?
Well, I just feel like it should add more movies. Like you have limited movies. Yeah, so but let's say if you connect to a VPN, you can get better. But like in Nigeria, the movies are limited. So I feel like it should work on that.
Okay, so how expensive is Netflix?
It's expensive. It's expensive. For me and my sisters, I pay around 10.5 monthly.
Okay, so you guys share this thing. Yes. So tell us more about the sharing process.
What is it to talk?
Okay. So now, what other benefits? I've already talked about the benefit and future. So now I want to ask, how do you like the advert on Netflix?
I don't see ad.
Okay, so you don't see ad on Netflix. Okay. Now, in one word, how do you enjoy watching your movie?
Make sure my food is ready.
Okay.
You understand? Netflix and chill. Yeah, so my food is ready with AC and enjoy myself.
Okay. So now I want to ask you, what type of content do you like watching on Netflix?
Action, adventure, and something I can learn from, like all this documentary. Yeah. Documentary is there are some documentaries on Netflix that are actually very intuitive. Yeah.
So now you're trying to tell me that you learn more on what you watch.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. But I mostly watch adventure and action movies for fun.
Okay.
Documentary if I want to learn something.
In terms of emotions and evokement, how does that, when you're watching your movie, how does the movie you watch create your emotions?
I'm nonchalant, so I'm watching it for fun. Okay. Like I said earlier.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
Morning.
What is your name?
Michael.
Okay, so which of the movie streaming platform do you use and why do you prefer it?
Netflix, because it brings out the new movies that are not on other platforms faster than others.
Okay, so have you tried other movie streaming platform?
Yes.
Like?
Prime. I've seen Hulu, but that's all.
So why do you prefer Netflix to them? What makes you switch totally to Netflix?
I would say how it looks like, quality is very nice, and they have features that attract my attention.
Talking about features, what other features do you think Netflix is lacking and you want them to add it to their platform?
To be able to screen record the videos. Yeah.
Okay, so now, how is the ad like on Netflix? The adverts?
The adverts. Me personally, I don't see adverts on my Netflix, so I can't see much about that.
So what other content, like what are the contents you mostly stream on this your Netflix? What is the content? Which one of them do you prefer that makes you that you stream on a regular thing? What do you like to see on your Netflix platform?
Movies. I am a teen, so I watch like anime and other stuffs. American movies, suspense, thriller, and action and all that.
Okay, how do you like your offline movies like when streaming on this platform?
My offline, I mean, it's okay. It's okay. Let me just say it's okay.
Okay. So in one word, how do you feel when watching movie?
Makes me, gives me adrenaline, watching crazy shows. Comfortable, excited, feel joy, and yeah.
Thank you very much.
Good morning.
What is your name?
Gabriel David.
Okay, so do you watch movie?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so which of the movie streaming platform do you stream on?
I think Netflix. I make use of Netflix most times.
Okay, why do you prefer Netflix?
There's nothing really much about my preference for Netflix, but rather because of how it's more like the most popular movie streaming platform we have currently now in the country.
So what other feature does Netflix lack and you want them to add it to their platform?
One very important thing I would love the Netflix brand to have is trying as much as possible not to I don't know what to call it, but to bring in trending movies, because I can't be on Instagram and see a trailer of a very good trending movie, and when I come to Netflix and it's not available on the platform, so it's tiring. In fact, that was what even made me to off my subscription from it. I deactivated my card. So if they can do more by bringing in trending movies at the time it is trending, and not when after like 2 years or 3 years after the movie has trended, that is when they will start introducing it into Netflix Nigeria. If they can do more by bringing in, what I mean movies, I mean foreign movies, because Nigerian movies, you can find Nigerian movies in Netflix Nigeria, but foreign movies, Hollywood movies, if they can do their best to bring in or upload the trending Hollywood movies at the time it is trending and not years after it has passed trending, by then one must have lost interest or maybe seen it somewhere else.
So on this Netflix platform now, when watching movie, what type of movie do you like seeing on your platform? Do you stream on majorly?
Crime sci-fi movies.
And that is on which category?
That is action movies, crime movies, okay. Hollywood, that is mostly Hollywood movies.
Okay. So now, how do you like the ad free? Does the ad disturb you whenever you're watching movie?
Definitely, you're paying for it, so they don't include apps. They don't include adverts, okay. I mean to say.
Okay. Now, this offline kind of thing, how do you like your offline selection to be when streaming on movie? Maybe you are busy and you have a particular movie to watch, the offline stuff, how does it work?
No, I feel Netflix are trying with that, you know. Once you subscribe for it, you have the leverage to download movies and see them. But the thing is, movies you've downloaded is only accessible to you during your time of payment. So once your subscription plan is over, you cannot view the movie any longer, even whether you downloaded it or not. The only advantage is once you've downloaded it, you can view it without your mobile data being on, that is without internet access. Okay. But once your subscription plan is over and there's no renewal of the subscription, then you can't make use of it.
So how is the streaming quality like on Netflix?
Netflix streaming quality is based on your subscription plan. It's based on your subscription plan. So the higher you pay, the higher the quality of the video. Okay. So that's how it is.
So in one word, how do you feel when watching movie? What does movie do to you?
I'm not a movie freak, so most of the times movie is more like a way of relaxation. It's a recreation for me. So whenever I want to just relax and just a few times, and I can't sit and complete seeing a movie at a go. So just within few minutes, 30 minutes into the movie, I'm done. I'm gone to the next thing. So that's me. A very wonderful life. That's how I live.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Name?
Good morning.
What is your name?
My name is Annie.
Okay, so do you watch movie?
Yes, I do.
So which of the movie streaming platform do you stream on?
I use Netflix, I use Amazon Prime, I use YouTube as well.
So why do you prefer using all this platform?
It's just easier to navigate. You can just easily like search the movie you want and it pops up and that's all.
So which one do you prefer using on a normal day, like mostly?
Okay, for Nigerian movies, if it's not on Netflix, I use YouTube most of the time. And then for foreign movies, I use Netflix. It's only movies that are not on Netflix, then I use Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now, what do you want all this app now? All this platform you make mention, what do you want them to improve on? Like Netflix, now you said if they are not certain movies on, you go to Amazon. So what do you want Netflix to add to their platform?
I think it should, I think why some movies don't make it to Netflix is because of some certain criteria. Maybe they don't meet up to the protocol. So I think they should sometimes reduce it because they're also good movies and unfortunately you just can't find them on these apps.
Okay. Yeah. So now, in terms of quality, how is the streaming quality like on this platform that you make mention of?
Personally, I think on all of them they are good. It just depends, they have settings for this, so I think it's a personal decision you make based on your data, so it depends on who is watching and what you want, but based on my own preference, I think all of them have very good streaming quality.
So on Netflix, which of the content do you like watching that makes you go to Netflix?
Cartoons.
Okay. On Amazon, which of the
I like seasonal movies on Amazon, like Wheels of Time, Game of Thrones. Yeah.
So in one word, how do you feel when watching movie?
I feel relaxed. Movies are something that I used to pass time and relax my body, so I feel very relaxed and I like learning. And movies is something that you learn a lot from. So yeah, this is one thing I like about movies: relaxing and learning.
So now, before I wanted to ask you, what's the benefit you gain from watching? But you just said it that you.
Oh yeah, learning. I learn a lot when I watch movies, especially when it's not centered around the normal cultural things that I know.
Thank you very much, ma. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, ma'am.
What is your name?
My name is Akinola Sodi.
So, do you watch movie?
Yeah, I watch movie.
So, which of the movie streaming platform do you make use of?
So, I actually use of Netflix.
Why do you prefer Netflix?
Because you find all sort of movie there. But if you compare to YouTube, there are some restrictions that YouTube will make. But coming to Netflix, everything is just there.
So, how is the quality like on Netflix?
I will rate it, let me say 100 or more than 90, 99 and 107.
Okay, what is that best movie that you love streaming on Netflix? What's the best content you love streaming on Netflix?
I actually like a movie about nature. Is it nature? No, traditionals. Yeah, that's just it.
Okay, so what is that feature you want Netflix to improve on that is not on their list, but you wish they should add it to their list?
They should just reduce the subscriber rate. That's just it.
Okay, so how expensive is Netflix for the subscription?
It depends on what rates you want to do. There are some student option rates. So, exactly.
Okay, so how do you feel when you watch movie? What does movie do to you?
It makes me feel so relaxed and I feel happy about it.
Thank you very much, sir. Good morning, ma.
Good morning.
What is your name?
Sarah.
Okay, so do you watch movie?
I do watch movies, yes.
Okay, so which of the movie streaming platform do you stream on, and why do you prefer it?
I stream on Netflix mostly because they have a very large library, and it was one of the few platforms that when it came to Nigeria, I just caught on really quickly. So I've been using Netflix for close to 6 years now.
Wow. So have you tried other streaming platform?
I haven't tried other platforms.
Okay. So is there any feature on Netflix app that you feel they need to improve on?
I feel the recommendations could be better because most times it's just recommending the same formats. That's what the algorithm is supposed to do. but they could be better with grouping the shows together or grouping the genres of entertainment together.
So how expensive is Netflix?
It's quite expensive. I mean, anything that's good, you have to be able to pay for quality. So there's different packages. There's the premium, which is the most expensive package that allows you to stream on multiple devices. So it's a bit, I would say it's something you can work within your budget if you have some disposable cash.
So I'm talking about the quality. How is the streaming quality like?
The picture quality is very good, one, and the audio as well. Then they also have original content, which is something most people go to it for. Their particular shows and drama. So I would give it a 7 out of 10.
Okay, now talking on content, which of the content do you like? What do you like to see?
Personally, for me, I love my dramas. I love dramas. I watch a lot of animation, so they also have a lot of animated content, and it's very good for old nostalgic movies that you necessarily won't find on DVD anymore. So you can go back and watch old classics, films from 30-40 years ago. Some you can find on Netflix, so it's really good for that.
So the offline platform, how does it work on Netflix?
I think you have to download some movies into your device storage. That's when you have your mobile or your tablets and your laptops as well. And if you have enough storage space and if your subscription is still active, then you have access to the online content.
So in terms of sharing your subscription and movie stuff with your friends, how does that work too?
They would have to sign in with your login. I use my family's subscription, so we are all logged in on like 5 different devices. So we have access to, as long as we stay logged in and the subscription is still active. But it can't exceed, I think, 5 devices, because then Netflix starts to, flag warnings.
So what's that benefit on Netflix that you gain that makes you stick to Netflix?
I would say the offerings and the library. It keeps on adding more and more and more. There are some things that you can't find anywhere else, like the original content. So you kind of want to stay for just that.
So how do you feel when watching movie?
It's a distraction. Everybody can see the state of the country. So just to take your mind off of things for 2-3 hours, sometimes 4 hours, if you're not doing anything, you're not being productive. So it's just a good source of entertainment.
Thank you very much. Blockbusters to worthy series, it is clear that consumers have a strong opinion concerning their favorite movie streaming platform. And on today's edition, Netflix won the heart of the consumers, mainly because of the high quality streaming platform, mainly because of what it has to offer. I am Elizabeth Abefe. Thank you for watching ConsumerHallaTV. Until next time, stay entertained.
You're welcome to another beautiful episode of Market Today on ConsumerHallaTV. I am Matilda Omenai. As you already know, Market Today is a show where we'll be visiting different markets across Nigeria to check, track, and compare the prices of different commodities that they sell. Commodities ranging from foodstuffs to electronics to cosmetics, name it, anything. And now today we are live at Agege Main Market located at Lagos, Nigeria, to come and check the prices of different foodstuffs that they sell. It's going to be an interesting episode, so come with me as we find out.
Good morning, ma. How are you doing?
I'm cool. Good morning to you.
Okay, so what do you sell in this market?
My name is Chief Mrs. Niniola Karim, aka Bafolo, the number 6 of the whole Agege Main Market. So I sell cola nuts, native cola, I sell goro, I sell bitter cola, I sell alligator pepper, wine, and so on and so forth.
Okay, so for how long have you been selling this in this market?
For the past 20 years.
20 years?
Yes.
Okay, so how has market been from that time up till now?
For the past 20 years, market is good and well. But this time around, the market is somehow. So we are just manage.
Okay, so what are the things that this cola nut does in the body? What's it?
We sell kola nut. They use it for the traditional wedding, ceremony, coronation, naming ceremony, and so on.
So how do you sell it? How is the measurement?
I sell baskets. I sell 100 pieces. I sell more than that.
Okay, so price. Give us the price.
If a basket now is 250,000 for the native kola, while goro is 150,000 naira basket.
Okay, so if you want to buy in small quantity, how do you sell it?
I sell like 5,000. If I want to sell 50 pieces for native kola, we sell 20,000, 25,000, more than that. So bitter kola starting from 3,000, 50 pieces, 4,000, and so on and so forth. So goro, that's a Hausa kola nut. There is 3,000 naira per 50. There is 10,000 naira per 50, and so on.
Okay, so now let's focus on the small quantities. Now you've told me the price on which you used to sell. As our last month, did you sell it for the same price?
Yes.
Okay, so what makes the price of this kola nuts to go up, to increase?
We have the season of the sales, the kola nuts. We have the season, and fuel scarcity now is too expensive. So that is why it's expensive.
So where did they bring it from?
East, bitter kola from East, native kola and alligator pepper from Ekiti, Ijare, Ijesha, and so on.
Okay. So what are the challenges you face selling this in this market?
A lot of challenges, but for today, I thank God. Sure, you understand? For today, we thank God for it.
Okay, so how is selling in this market like for you? You know, there are other people that sell the same thing that you sell. So how do you sell your own things?
We people that we are selling this market, most of us, we are family. We fight, we settle it. So that is how we do it.
So the customers still come like before?
It's not like that, but we are eating. Sure, so that is it.
So is there anything you want to tell the government?
Okay. What I want to tell government, they should please and please. Many things is expensive now. They should reduce it for us because we have children. Sure, you understand? Before we eat, before we pay transport, before we pay house rent, everything is too cost. So we are begging government that they should please lower everything for us. So that is what I want to do.
All right, thank you very much, ma. Good morning. How are you doing, ma?
I'm fine.
Okay, so what's your name?
Opeyemi Onifade.
Okay, so what do you sell in this market?
Mo ta ẹja tútù.
Okay, so how has business been since the beginning of this year?
Ọjà yẹn ló ti wọ́n jù o. Ọjà wọ́n gan. Àbẹ̀ ìjọba kọjọ torí Ọlọ́run kọ́ ẹ̀pù àwọn ọjà wọ́n o. Ó ní agbára gan. Ó ní iye tá à ń ra ẹja nísìn. Ó ní iye tá à tẹ́tẹ̀lé ó ní iye tá à ń ra nísìn. Ó wọ́n o.
Okay, so can you tell us like the different prices of this fish that you sell?
Okay, this one ojuyobo, this one croaker, this one owere, this one miss.
Okay, so
this
tell us the price.
Titus.
The price.
Original Titus, that is 180. The carton. Croaker, that is 95. Croaker, owere 40,000. Miss 90,000. Òtúwẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ o. Ọjà yẹn ti wọ́n jù o. Ó ti kọjá bẹ́ẹ̀ o.
Okay, so if you want to sell one for people that come to the market, like how do you sell it?
And Titus ẹyọkan 4,000. Titus ẹyọkan 5,000. Croaker ẹyọkan 7,000. Ojúyọbọ 4,000. Ọ̀wẹ̀rẹ̀ 4,000, 5,000 ẹyọkan.
So what's the cheapest price for fish in this market? The cheapest fish you can get?
Fish ọkọ̀ no ship o. Ó lè ṣáwá gan kò ṣípù. Gbogbo ẹ̀ ló wọ́n o, kò sí tó ṣípù bẹ́ẹ̀ o.
Okay, so now you've told me the price of these fishes, like you told me the price. Now, as of last month, did you sell for the same price?
No.
As of last month, what was the price?
The last year.
Last month.
I dey buy that croaker. I dey buy 80,000. 95. 95. Original Titus before 80,000. 90,000. I dey buy am now 180, 170. Ojuyobo 30,000. Now 50,000. She dey buy Ojuyobo now.
So what makes the price increase like this?
I don't know.
Okay, so where do you go to get all this fish that you sell?
I dey go Ijora. I dey go Abattoir. For everywhere she dey sell the fish.
Okay. So how has market been since the beginning of the year for you?
Kò sọ́jà o, no market o. Everything cost. Nobody wan buy fish again.
For how long have you been selling fish in this market?
Yeah, if I look at now, 15 years.
15 years.
Yes.
So if you compare that time that you started selling fish, that's like years ago, and now, how has the business been? Is it the same? Was the former one better than how it is right now?
Ti tẹ́lẹ̀ ó better di sin yo. Ti tẹ́lẹ̀ ọjà táwọn ta tẹ́lẹ̀ ó better di sin dànù. Ó better o.
So selling in this market, do you face any challenges selling fish in this market? You know that there are a lot of people that sell the same thing that you sell in this market.
Yes.
So what are the kind of problems you face in this market selling this fish?
Challenge she plenty o. She plenty. Sometimes if you no light, market go spoil. Na light na you dey take am sell market. Tó bá ti síná ọjà máa bàjẹ́. No be me only me like dey market. I plenty inside market wey dey sell that fish.
Okay, ma, so is there anything you want the government to do for you in this market?
Make e help us o. All the market make it get down. Ibo ọjà kó wálẹ̀. Tọ́jà bá wálẹ̀, àwọn náà lè fóúnjẹ sẹ́nu. Àwọn náà lè bọ́ síta, àwọn lè bẹ̀pẹ̀ gbé. Ọjà yẹn tí wọ́n jù kọjọ kọ́ help wa. Ọjà tí wọ́n jù ó ti kọjá bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Kọjọ torí Ọlọ́run kọjọ abẹ wọn ni o. Gbogbo ọjà yẹn kó wálẹ̀. Ọjà tí wọ́n jù o.
Thank you very much, ma. Thank you. So we have heard what Ms. Okoyemi had to say concerning the prices of fish that she sells in Agege market. She has told us different types of fish she sells, and she has given us different prices ranging from Titus to Shawa to Ojuyobo, as she called it. And she has also called on the government to come and intervene and make the prices of this fish to come down so that more customers can locate them in the market. So come with me as we talk to other traders. Good morning, ma. How you doing?
It's fine.
Okay, so what's your name, ma?
My name is Fumilayo Adekola.
Okay, so Miss Fumilayo, what do you sell in this market?
Market is 1,000, 2,500.
Okay. What is the name of what you sell in this market?
This one is dry pepper, dry tatashe, dry tomatoes.
So how has market been since the beginning of this year for you?
Now market is dull, no market. So this one is fresh one is there. This dry one no market. Now for the now.
So you said the price is 1,000 naira, Abi. So as a last month, did you sell it for 1,000 naira?
Last month, 1,000 a day, 500 a day, 200 self a day.
200. So what makes the price go up? What makes the price increase?
Yeah. Season day.
Okay.
It gets easy.
So when is the season?
Anytime for fresh pepper, because this one it go move.
Okay. So for how many years have you been selling this in this market?
Don't they?
Okay, so if you compare the business that time and now, is that time better than now?
It's screen time o'clock, and welcome to another entertaining edition of your number one show on ConsumerHallaTV, Screen Time. I am Iremufe Koforola, the man clothed in wealth and strength. And you know, I am always with the ever gorgeous screen goddess.
Good evening, Iremufe, and welcome to Screen Time on ConsumerHallaTV. This is another beautiful edition of Screen Time, and you know, as we do it on Screen Time, we do it elaborately. Very beautiful, very mindful, very demure, very cutesy. And today's episode of Screen Time is going to be a very fun one. My name is Kikelamo Ajibola, and we try as much as possible to bring people that would enlighten us on how the movie industry have been, operating for a while now.
Yeah, absolutely. Well said, Kikelamo. And on this show we bring to you interviews, celebrity of the week, top 5 countdown, and new movie release updates that you can always enjoy. And today's show is going to be extraordinary because we have an extraordinary man in the studio. But before we introduce to you our guest, let us dive briefly into the world of movie posters. And one of the major promotions and means of advertising a film is posters. You all will agree with me that, I mean, when it comes to advertising movies, posters help along. They help in a very big way. So they help create awareness and persuade movie lovers watch a film, series, or listen to an album.
Exactly. I think before the advent of social media, where everybody is dancing, you are writing, you are doing meet and greet. Movie posters was the thing back in the days. Or the only thing I know of is watch out now. Don't do piracy. That's the only thing I know of apart from that. But posters have been the face. Without a poster, you can't know of a movie. Even before any awareness can be created, I think posters is something that people always do first. Posters have not even only been on social media now. You see them on billboard, you see them everywhere, you see them on posted as if you're doing political campaigns because of awareness. Not everybody has access to what's it called, social media, where they will be seeing you dance or whatever you're doing. But like posters that can go everywhere. If you dispatch people out there to go and give movie posters, definitely. And movie posters inform potential viewers of a film and the release date. It includes movie titles, directors, pictures, illustrations, and compelling images that will drive the consumers to come and watch what you're actually producing.
Interesting one out there. And we all know that over the years, more attention has been given to movie posters. A film poster communicates the overall idea of a film to a paying viewer who intends watching a film. And here is a fun fact, guys. Film posters come in different sizes and styles, all depending on the country. There are teaser posters and character posters, and I don't know, have you been ever influenced by any movie poster to watch a film?
Obviously.
Interesting. Tell me about it.
It's from the poster you will know the lineup of actors, the actresses that are going to be there.
Yeah, that would be character posters when you
very,
see
very
the
exactly.
of actors.
You'll be like, oh, this is my favorite actress, I have to go and watch. This is my favorite actor, I have to go and watch it. So obviously, I would want to actually watch it because I'm already seeing this person on the poster. And the fact that now we can see all of the likes of what's the name? Alakada, Badambuju, Farmer's Bride, a lot of beautiful posters like that.
Everybody loves Jennifer. Thin Line,
and Munadi, we could see them all over the places, billboard, very beautiful posters. You'll be like, oh, this person is there, I'm going to watch it. Timini is there, I'm going to watch it. Being Boy is there, Funke, they are all there. Why not? You want to watch those kind of movies because of how they're actually being made. And sometimes also just a little bit of information here and there. The director will be like, oh, this person can direct, or this person can produce. Why not? I have to watch this movie. So poster a lot, influences a lot in the mind of the viewers. I'm paying for something, I need to have it. No matter how developed the world has been, posters are going to be put. Whether you're seeing it on phone or you're seeing it, it's a poster, it's a graphic poster.
Interesting. And like I said earlier, it all depends on the country. And Nigeria, we all have our style of creating posters and all, it's so beautiful. And I love teaser posters. Sometimes before the movie itself is out, they are giving and I think Kemi did it with To Kill a Monkey.
It was just like a black, a red, something.
So we really didn't know.
Even, King of Boys.
So I mean, I love that. Keep teasing us
even
anyway.
She must be obeyed too. Do something like that. So
it doesn't give too much information about
but it keeps you wondering.
What's going
arising.
And I love what you just said. Now, curiosity for a movie actually begins with the poster. It begins with the poster. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to introduce to you our guest. He is no other person than the Iyebiye Adeitan, known as Kaizen Creative, who is a Nigerian film poster designer and illustrator, and is shaping the visual language of contemporary African cinema. He is a 2024 Nollywood Top 100 awardee and a top 5 finalist at the 2022 Cannes Short Film Festival, Best Poster category.
Wow, that's so beautiful.
It's so beautiful. I mean, a man of, so many accolades I'll put. All right, guys, let's enjoy this moment.
Hey there, do you know in the world today, everyone is a consumer, and as consumers, we all have the right to be heard.
In Nigeria today, as a consumer, you have all right to product information, right to fair pricing, right to return goods, right to product labeling, right to fair dealings, and a lot more.
Well then, have you heard about the new media channel?
ConsumerHallaTV.
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 At ConsumerHallaTV, our goal is to inform and educate consumers in Nigeria with insightful news alongside development within the fast-paced world of consumers through well-researched, specialized, and analytical content.
Our vision at ConsumerHallaTV is to create an engaging platform that provides right connections for meaningful brands in Nigeria, thus creating a more caring world for consumers where business thrive.
And guess what? Our Consumer Hala brand is the first consumer complaint resolution portal in Nigeria, powered by a 72-hour feedback mechanism. We offer consumer advocacy, informative talk shows, branding promotions, advertising, and lots more. Connect with us via our YouTube channel at ConsumerHallaTV. Follow us on our Facebook page, ConsumerHallaTV, our Instagram page, ConsumerHallaTV, and do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscription is free. ConsumerHallaTV. At ConsumerHallaTV, you deserve to be heard. At ConsumerHallaTV, you deserve to be heard.
You welcome on board, and thank you very much for joining us. And so, guys, in case you do not know, this is a man that has really designed many movie posters that you might have really loved. And I mean, it's so humbling to see that, I mean, your work's out there. Many people might have appreciated your work, and they might not really know the face behind, you know, these posters and all that. So first, let me ask, how do you feel when you see your creative works out there being appreciated by people? How do you feel?
I don't know. I usually don't have words to like qualify it because, you know, it's supposed to look like, over time, as I've done it. I remember the first time when, you know, my work first went, you know, on a billboard. It was really very, you know, fulfilling for me because I've always wanted to have my work on a billboard. So every time that happens, there's no time that has happened that I'm not grateful. I don't feel fulfilled. I don't feel happy that, oh, something that I've done is on the billboard, even after so many years of, you know, making film posters.
That's
interesting.
very beautiful.
Interesting. So, and over your 9 years of experience creating bold, symbolic and memorable poster art, book covers and album covers that match storytelling with striking aesthetics. So I would please want you to share with us how your journey began as a film poster designer. Have you always known that this was going to be a path for you, or it was along the line just, you know, find it so fascinating and you just decided to stick to it?
That's a very interesting question because, you know, just like every young, you know, Nigerian that is like, you know, in school and just, you know, doesn't know what's after, you know how you go to school and study one thing, and then
you come out and
you don't even know what you're going to be doing next. So while in school, I did theater arts.
Oh, interesting.
I studied theater arts.
I mean, I've always said that there are just two disciplines, just creative art or theater art and others.
And then you studied philosophy.
I mean, I ended up studying philosophy.
It's a very interesting course, and it will
theater will stretch you. Like it will really stretch you. Like if you study theater, there's probably anything you can do. You know. So studying that, and I knew that in Nigeria, doing stage plays and all that is not very lucrative unless you are at the top.
Yeah.
If you are not working with people like Bolanle, Austin Peters, if you are not doing those type of work, you're probably making peanuts. So I was like, oh, what can I be doing? Pending the time when I'll also be able to like do something for myself, maybe do my own stage play or make my own, stuff. So I found design in school. During my final year, there was this film course we're supposed to make a short film, as part of, how when you're writing your final year project and say partial fulfillment. So that was like a partial fulfillment of the, course. So we had to do the film, and when we finished, a friend of mine was the one that shot the film. He also edited. So I just told him that, help me burn this, this stuff into the CD.
Oh,
and,
yeah, we do that.
Lecturer,
yeah, we do that.
So that he can score. So it was like, instead of us just burning it into the CD, why don't we just package it? I'm like, what do you mean by packaging? So now I said, he has a graphic designer that can just help us do like a CD jacket. So he called the guy, he came over, so he just sent him some screenshots from the film, from screen grabs from the film. Just give the guy. So that one, I just sat down with him. Now I was just doing different things. And then that was what became the film poster.
Wow.
So while he was doing that, I was like, I can't do this thing that this guy is doing. I can't do it. And at that time, my cousin had just sent me a laptop that I was using to play Candy Crush. Watching films.
Oh, wow.
So, I just told him that, bro, I can do this thing. Can you give me this software? Just let me install it on my laptop. I said, no problem. He just installed CorelDRAW.
Yeah, CorelDRAW,
on my laptop, and that was how I started. And when I finished, I wanted to still, keep that, zeal of storytelling, everything that I learned in school, what I'm now putting into, design now. So in some way, it still works.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You know what I actually really resonate with your story is the fact that you said theater art is a very strenuous course. People actually think you're going there to just dance now.
My dad will say that everybody can act. Not
oh my
everybody.
God. Like now, I studied mass communication. I borrowed a course from theater, and I swear on my life, I hated going to that department. I'm like, why exactly? Because mass communicator, I think we tend to borrow a lot. We borrow from law, borrow from psychology, we borrow from political science. But the theater art, oh my God, why are you telling me to do what I don't understand? Like, where exactly am I doing this? But parents, people don't understand that these courses that you underestimate are the one that do the most. Mass com, they'll say, what are people doing? Johnny. Do you know how I'm going through? Like, so it's a funny thing how you can go through all that as a university student in Nigeria, and then you come out and then you actually like stuck. You don't actually have anything to do. If not that you say, okay, I can actually do this thing. I can pick it up from, like, you just sat, I'm like, okay, what's this guy doing? Like, is it like something I can't do? But you say, okay, let me challenge myself and say, let me do this thing. And this is something that you're now doing, and it's giving you this much fulfillment. And I think that's something that a lot of youth have to actually look up to. It's not all about the glamour or what's going on. Like I always say, the crew members are really not appreciated. You are also a part of the crew member of what's going on. But these are people that even put a lot more. It's not just about the person that is sitting in front of the camera. Yes, they do a lot also as someone that is in front of the camera, because it's not easy to stay in front of the camera. Not everybody can stay in front of the camera. Before you say acting is just acting. Acting is not just acting. We can see flaws from other actors that are actually on screen, because I didn't go through some kind of discipline or training like that. So it's a lot of things.
If at the end of the day you finished acting, you've done everything, and nobody's out there to really capture the story, graphics,
yes, or there's no sound, yes,
especially posters, because we mentioned earlier how, and you mentioned
poster has even been,
it's a form of PR.
It's even the first form of PR, because for me, before the advent of social media, everybody going on social media to post about movie, it was posters, or we hear the sound of Yoruba film. Watch it now. It's going to be happening. That's the only thing that we knew. It wasn't anything like that. So poster for me is the first thing when it comes to movie creation. Like, for real, you have to have a poster.
interesting.
Very beautiful.
So we also want to ask that what inspires anytime you are to create these posters? You know, you have different posters you have created and different stories. So what really inspired all these creative and symbolic posters you've created? Is it just the story, or what other factors contribute to it? For instance, I have a production. I'm like, okay, you are going to make a poster for me. So what really inspires you to bring out the best?
I want to do it this way. This is the way I want to do it, because most of the time I feel like there are some things that you actually have autonomy of. You are the one creating this poster. Nobody's going to be there with you creating. They may vet it, obviously, but at least you are the one that is seeing the vision of what it can tell you this, but it's not the one that is going to the correct draw with you. So how do you actually, what inspires those creations?
So for me, I'm very particular about story. And because I studied theater arts, I understand, you know, what it takes to actually tell a good story. You know, and a story is a story. Must have a beginning, middle, and end. And when you give me a story and say, you want me to work on this, and then I'm reading the story and there's no connection, I sometimes, you know, struggle to create anything for it. Maybe because of money, you know, I say, oh, this person is paying me money, let me just do something. You know, I struggle with it. But when I come across a story that I resonate with, and you know, there's a connection with that story, you'll see it in the work, you see it in the level of work. I like when stories are very layered, when, you know, you can pick out subtext from it. If you are talking about a story, I don't want to, you know, make an example now, but then when you are talking about, let's say for example, you are talking about, you know, female gender mutilation, and that's like the main story, and then layered under, you go to domestic violence, you talk about
abuse,
all of those things. It just gives you a lot of things to play with.
Wow.
So that's how I'm able to bring out, you know, the metaphors, you know, the visual symbolism from those stories. So if I'm able to connect with your story, sometimes I turn down projects because I've read the script and I know that
I can't
struggle with it. So, you know, even my clients sometimes call me and say, this work, they know that I connected with it. They can even fight with me and say, you did not do this kind of thing for me, you didn't do this kind of thing for me. You know how we went back and forth that you were struggling with. I said, it's not my fault. It's not my fault. Once
the story did not really connect.
Yeah, but you know, the job is the job. I'm at a level where I have to be a professional and take it as a job and not as an hobby. When I started out, I was making posters for my friends. You know, they would just come and I really like their stuff, and I would do stuff for them for free. Peanuts. You know, I just wanted to do. And then it was from their works that people started saying, So yeah, for me, it's the connection.
So now, you see, we used to say something on the program, you know, as you're a first timer on the show, and I pray we'll bring you back one day or two. Yeah, we used to say something that it's not all about you putting out a movie. It's about how much you relate to the general audience. Or someone that is even working on it with you to say, I don't feel connected to this story. That should tell you a lot about what the audience are going to feel when you're actually putting that movie out there. So a lot of things that, you know, is not symbolic to us as Africans sometimes can disconnect you, like, okay, how do I see myself in these things? And it's because you have a creative mind. That is why you are seeing that, this thing, it didn't day. Like it didn't just there. You get, like, it's just a lot of hassle, because most people watch movie because of the emotions, the way it connects with them.
The way can really bring out this emotion.
Like, trust me, Tikam is one of the movies that blow up this year. I think it should be one of the biggest movies this year. The first teaser poster that we saw and the fact that it was Kemi Adetiba, people were expecting a lot, and it didn't disappoint, because even the poster alone could say this is like a kind of a dark story, and it portrayed that. And most posters should be able to do that. I don't think posters should be confusing. They can create curiosity, you know, but let it not be confusing. If it's confusing, that means the story too will be confused.
Yeah, I even want to just like you should shed more light on this, because sometimes you see that in some posters, and it's just like they just put all the actors
together.
So that
one is big, one is small.
Even if they just cameo appearance, you are just there sitting, not talking. You just put your face as. Sometimes I'll be misled. I'll think this is the
main character.
They just like one or two. So do you do all this kind of jobs? You just do like, because I know you might not have a say on that, but I don't know.
Yeah. So when I don't know if you are working on a project that has a lot of executive producers, or you are working with a cinema, a distributor.
Oh wow!
They want to sell the film. They want to sell the film. For me, I said it earlier that I see film posters as artworks. Beyond, they are an extension of the story. Beyond, marketing material. Beyond, you want your audience to see, oh, this film, I'll go and see it. They are an artwork. In the Western world, that's how they treat their film posters. Till I think it was 2 years ago, they celebrated The Godfather. They celebrated 50 years.
Yeah, a lot of beautiful movies like that.
The posters. They have a museum where all of these things are kept. So this has always been my vision for Nollywood, where you have a museum where children can come 20, 50 years later,
100 years.
In 2010, they made this movie. In 2015, they made, and the parents will say, "Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, this is it's nostalgic.
Yeah,
it preserves the culture. All of these things are what I've always imagined that it has always been my big dream beyond just making film posters. So I don't fault these people that say, oh, we want to sell our film, even though Daddy Jide Kosoko did not spend more than two scenes, but making very big so that people think.
That's the thing. The one is big, the one is small.
It's advertising. You're advertising your stuff.
I don't blame them too for that. It's just money making.
Okay, for instance, Ayinla, you made the poster for Tunekila in the biopic, and I could see that it wasn't really giving too much.
Yeah.
But I mean,
there's a story to that. There's a story to that. So Ayila's project, I was not the main person that worked on it. It was a colleague of mine, Rex Posters. Check him out on Instagram. He's a big guy in Hollywood too. So we have different style. So he was the main person. He just brought me on because we've been wanting to collaborate. He just called me and said, oh, he wants me to create something abstract and illustrative for this project. So when I did it, the executive producer really liked it. Jade Oshibere really liked it, that if you go to their studio today, you find a very big frame
of that poster
there.
That's beautiful.
So she really liked it.
So eventually you were
that was not the poster that was used to market the film in cinema. So when you get to cinema, you see another poster where all the actors are there. So it brings me back to where there are different posters for different reasons.
Oh wow! You can sometimes you see like 3-4 posters for movies.
So they serve different reasons.
Wow, that's beautiful.
I recently just discovered that this regulatory body for censors board, they don't approve posters where actors are showing guns. They don't approve that because it's promoting violence.
I agree.
But sometimes there are need for you to show that this person is an actor, is the action movie and all of that. So there are ways to do it. You do those posters, but you don't show it. You don't put it up on billboards. Or you can put it up on social media. People will see it. That's why if you watch a film like Brother, I didn't work on it, but I noticed it. That when you go to the cinema, the posters you will see, they use actors to cover the gun. But if you see social media, you see where the
gun is.
Main guys are showing.
Yeah, that's true. I've noticed.
You see what you say on screen time. It's not just all about entertainment.
Yeah, so we learned a lot.
You learned that too.
You learned a lot. I think you've said some of the challenges that you face. You've said one particularly that you faced with you not connecting to stories. Are there other challenges that you face when you're creating these designs for the people that you're working with?
Yeah, most of the this has always been a problem that we've been challenging, and things are changing honestly, because way before I started doing posters, producers just they don't think about posters not until the end of the production, not until when the film is ready. That's how do we
not do poster?
How do we
do poster? Yeah,
poster. We've not done it. Then now start looking for a graphic designer, Shomolu. Sorry, I'm not disrespect to Shomolu.
Why?
So I'm just saying you can just look for any designer, So, but recently when I came in, some other people came in, we started advising them that bring us on, even during your shooting, so we can come on set, take because those actors will still be in character, they can easily get their costume.
So you just doing screen grabbing
and we take the pictures on set and then go and work on it. Even before your film is ready, your posters are ready. So those are the challenges that we still face, because there are still some people that they forget about it. Yes, they say they forget and they just reach out and say, we didn't take pictures. We know you used to ask for, we didn't take pictures, but can you help us work? And it's a big challenge.
It is
because start struggling with quality of image, because when they go to press and print these things out,
the image drops.
You can see
I understand, it will drop.
So that's a challenge.
How about money? Is it lucrative? Is that not a challenge?
I can't. How do I answer this question? I won't say it's a challenge.
Okay.
Because this film poster thing, it's not, for me, it's not something I got into because I was looking for money.
No, because it is because
I love storytelling. I love performance, I love acting, I love all of this. That's why I studied theater arts. So it was my love for it that made me, kept at it and said, oh, let me just keep doing this thing. Since I've started learning it, let me just keep doing it. I joined the film community, called Film Rats Group, Film Rats Club. And in the club, we have a lot of young filmmakers who can't really, afford to pay anybody to do a poster and all of that. So these guys were the guys that I was making film posters for, they'll pay me 2K, 5K. It was not really about the money. I was just happy that, oh, this person is allowing me to work on this. It's letting me, showcase another direction of his film that he does not even know. So people even connect to the film on another level because of the poster.
Yes, that's true. Very true.
So it was not because of the money. It's recently when, we've grown, the work that we do now is a little bit much, because before it's just one poster for a short film, but now when you work on a cinema project, you are doing 4 or 5 main posters, you are doing character posters, you are doing meet and greet, you are doing countdown posters, you are doing now showing in cinema, you are doing billboards. Netflix wants their own version, Prime Video wants, so as you look, you charge based on how much deliverables you are going to be doing. So I can't say it's lucrative.
And you can't say it's not lucrative.
And I can't say it's not lucrative.
Let's say middle. Let's just put it as middle.
Maybe middle.
Middle. But it's not bad. That's what they're trying to say. It's not bad.
Yeah, it's not
and
bad.
it also helps him, do what he loves to do. So So I think that's a very beautiful explanation. People are asking that is it lucrative? It's not as if it's not lucrative, and it's not as if it's lucrative. It's in the middle. If you are interested, please continue what you are doing. Exactly. Sometimes I think the greatest people mistake fulfillment for having a lot of financial benefit for some people. It's not about the money. Not everybody have the school of thought that money makes you all happy all around. It's not. I believe that is not true. There are a lot of things that money cannot buy you. Money can't buy your life. If you are at the brink of death, if God will say you are taking, that life is going to go. It's going to go. No matter how much you spend on it, nothing is going to change it. So I don't believe that money buys happiness. All of it. Yeah, money is good though. Please, I like money. Money is good, but I think fulfillment actually, and your dignity, your talent speaks better than money, because you can't have money. You might be rich now, and then you're probably doing posters, but you are rich, but you're not really good at doing the poster. But because a lot of people give you a job, people are still going to talk down on your job. People that actually have reasonable thinking will say, oh, this person doesn't know what they're doing, but because he has people that are in collection, that are giving him job. But you that you're collecting, something that you're working for, you're still making money from it. Your job, your work will speak for you. And that's one of the biggest fulfillment anybody can actually make. And that's why we are asking this second question about recognitions. And there are more recognitions. Do you think there are more recognitions for you? And how well do you think people are aware of this department in the Nollywood industry? I think you just said it now that most of them don't take into consideration doing posters, because I believe that posters should even be one of the
even when you are planning, This
Yeah.
pre-production.
So I'm surprised that
have a special budget
that
for it.
poster is not
And
even
even for
thought
awards
of.
now, I think we should be having awards because when they celebrate makeup, wardrobe, even posters, it's a form of PR. If the poster is not appealing, I would not want to see this.
Yes.
MBCA, please consider this.
I don't understand though. How you fast sleeping?
I'm at
on Twitter. I'm always talking about you know how I hope that one day EMBC will recognize our department because
wow,
you know it's been
a
years
lot.
now and they keep adding different categories and we're still waiting for them to do it.
Wait, they're adding category, but they're not adding category of posters. What are people doing now?
Most of we are celebrated outside the country.
That's the thing. That's the thing. You just said it now about the exhibition and everything. And then Nigeria. I think Hollywood have beautiful stories. We have beautiful stories and posters are speaking a lot. Posters have been something that is not when the social media starts that everybody is putting dancing, you are doing everything, you are doing meet and greet. Meet and greet was not it. It was posters all along. In front of cassette, the disc, everything was posters. So I don't know why they are not actually adding that, but they are adding other things. Makeup as in SFX or just makeup.
You really need more recognition from me. Or let's say from you yourself. I mean, what do you think about the recognition?
So well, like I said, I'm not somebody that you know is overhyped for recognition and all of that. In fact, when I started my work, you will not see my picture on my page. I don't even post my picture on my page. You know, not until maybe 2023 when I did my birthday and then I posted my picture and a lot of people just started, oh, so this is your face.
Oh wow.
So this is even when I go on set to take pictures, people don't know who
you are.
Is. Like I just go with my photographer and some of my guys. Let's go and do this together. So they just think, oh, they are like a crew. They don't know who the person is until 2022 or 2023 when I posted my picture. So I'm not somebody that is very over the top for recognition. So when they talk about recognition, I feel like that department is lacking. You know? And that's why I was really grateful to Y Naija last year when you know they recognized me as
that is
Nollywood Top on Top. You know, so alongside people like Funke Akindele, Timini, and all of that. So I was really happy that at least some people are noticing our work.
It's your job actually.
So yeah, I was happy about that. So but I just hope that because what recognition does is that it also creates awareness. So if AMDC does, open that door, there are a lot of people that will want to say, oh, instead of me staying behind camera for years and saying, I want to learn camera, I want to learn lighting, this and that department.
Exactly.
Maybe I can. You know how people are saying there are not enough sound designers. Maybe some ladies should go to sound design, women should start learning, all of those things. So I feel like giving a recognition will also create awareness and say, oh, there's something like this. People can start filling that position because currently now we don't have a lot of imposter designers. I can count 3, 4.
Wow.
So we need more people because there is a lot of work. Nollywood is the third largest, filmmaking in the world.
Yeah.
So we can't just have 4 people or
doing
5
all the
people
posters.
doing all the posters.
How many movies come out in the like?
So we need more people to know about this space, and then we need more people to learn and fill this space up.
Oh, that's very beautiful.
Interesting. I mean, you said so much about this poster of a thing and all that. You make posters, and I would just want to know that department. Are you kind of eyeing another department? Let's say, you are a thespian, you study theaters and
maybe acting.
Or you are trying to be one executive producer one day. Or I mean,
so interestingly, I started my career with acting. Even when I finished secondary school, I remember telling my dad that I didn't want to go to the university, that I just wanted to act.
Wow.
And my dad was like, oh, you want to act? You don't want to go to the university like your friends? I said, yes, I was not going to do jam.
Wow.
He said, okay, what do you want to do? I said, I want to go and learn acting from Funke Akindele. And it was around that time, Jennifer, Omogeto, and all of that was raining, and I'm like, oh, that she has a film school. She just opened a film school, Sin1 Film Academy.
Yeah.
I want to go there. That once I learn,
You just start.
I'll just start acting.
Wow, bang, bang, bang.
I said, no problem. Go and find out. I found out they said it was 100K at that time too. You know.
At that time, that was a lot of money.
Yeah. So my dad paid, and I started. It was in Ireland here. Wow.
Wow.
Somewhere there's a church. I don't know, the very big church. We used to use the downstairs of the church to rehearse. We taught dancing, etiquette, you know, a lot of things.
Wow.
And I went on sets on 2 or 3 occasions. Then I got tired.
No.
The energy has gone.
This one is not Joko. It's not
So
this.
I felt like I was not learning what I was supposed to learn. We're doing the theory aspect. So if Funke Agidele had, you know, a production, all of the students from the school have to go. So everybody has to stay in one department or the other. And for me, they were always putting me in either props or these people, you know, if they're shooting crowd scene. And they say, oh yeah, go and be sending people away. Silence on set.
That's not what I'm here for. No.
So one day I was just very tired. I was like, this is not what I want to do.
I want to act now.
I want to act, but we're not getting any role because we're still students.
Yeah,
you know,
I get.
Few people that got roles were, you know, Gateman, you know, all of those things.
Police
and then
officers.
The promise then was, oh, Jennifer is going to become a series very soon. And then all of us from the students, whatever, we're going to partake in, you know, good roles. And that was even what was gingering that. Oh, they are going to, and it was not what do they call it then? They called it Everybody Loves Jennifer.
Oh, wow.
Then that was the name of the series.
Wow.
So she changed it to
Jennifer's Diary.
Jennifer's Diary.
Oh,
you know,
wow.
so years after, she now made
Everybody Loves It. That was last year.
Exactly.
Oh my God, that's
so
beautiful.
At that time, it was titled, the series was Everybody Loves Jennifer.
Wow.
So I left because I just told my dad that I was not doing that.
You're going back to school.
I
want to go back to school now. Oh.
I
want to say your prayer. My mom will say, Oju etila. Literally.
So I that was how I left. Even our is it administrator proprietor then used to call me and say, oh, come back, you can. And then I before I went for my degree, I did NC in Abeokuta.
Oh.
So
you wanted to teach?
My dad was a teacher.
Oh,
my dad owns a school. And he was like, oh, you need to have a SE degree, SE certificate so that you become a certified teacher. One day you teach, blah blah blah. You know when I finished school and then I had to, I'd gone to do acting and everything. I don't know anything again. And I wrote jam and failed. So my dad now said, this is your result, can still do NCE. Because I wanted to say, oh, let me still wait. He said, no, go and do NCE. So he had listened to me. Yeah. So I had to leave him and say, okay, let me do what. That was how I started. I wanted to act first. Before, years later I discovered, design. So acting was, and now I've made some short films.
Wow.
I still have stories I'm going to tell.
We can't wait to see
I love
that.
storytelling.
We can't wait to see
and
that.
posters are not the only medium I want to
use to tell the story. So very beautiful. Let's quickly round it up on the program because I think we are going into another segment already. So from your experience, what kind of film posters do you think are appealing to film enthusiasts, and how well do posters promote films before we round up on the show?
Any kind of poster will appeal. So for me, when I get a job, my goal is always to make sure that the audience can stare at the work, even if it's just for 2-3 seconds. Once they can do that, once you can arrest them and say, what is this? My job is done. So I feel as a designer, any you can use any medium, anything to arrest them from the story. You don't take out of the story. From the story, you just use anything to arrest the person and say, oh, what is this? What is this story about? Could it be this? Could it be that? Once I'm able to arrest the attention, and then they can look at it for more than a second, because attention span these days.
Just
5 seconds.
5 seconds, you're already.
Like, even 5 seconds is too much.
You know.
I'm just typing it up.
Once you can scroll on your Instagram and see something and say, oh.
In fact, you can scroll up. If you basically scroll back, that's an attention there. Yeah.
Exactly. So even I can say that, you know, our work sometimes increase, you know, views, increase sales.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
You know, in terms of commercial value, you know, it's there. It's there. Most of our work, people that do good work, so you know, when they see the work and say, oh, I want to see this film, you know, and then you even ask people and say, ah, is that, I saw the poster, I saw that poster, is the poster that some people will come to my DM and tell me that I don't really like this film.
You know what the poster, that's why I watch
your
it.
Your poster lured me.
Exactly now.
So I get a lot of that.
Yeah.
So I'm just doing my own job.
If
you don't enjoy the film, it's not my fault.
Oh yeah, exactly. Thank you very much. What advice would you give to people that actually want to venture into this business? Because you said it before that the department needs a lot of people to actually go into it. What advice in terms of the them having too much of expectation when it comes to money, and also how time consuming it can be? How can it affect mentorship? How can it even affect them and their family lives?
Just like I said, especially creative, you know, creative work like this, it will always take time for you to start anything reasonable.
Yeah.
For me, I've been making posters for next year will be like 10 years. And I've been making film posters, and it was not until like maybe 2020 that I started, you know, seeing and saying, oh, I can, you know, buy better gadgets.
Yeah.
You know, I can, you know, start sending money home and say, you know. So, but you must always come with that mindset that it will take time for you to start seeing anything. But if you have the passion and say, oh, I want to make impact, I want to be different, I want to also, you know, create something that people will look and say, oh, I want to go and see this film because of your work.
Yeah.
If you have that passion, in no time, and like you said, mentorship, if you have, you know, if you are being mentored by somebody that has already walked that journey, it's easier, the road is shorter, you quickly start, you know, getting there faster, because there was nobody to say, oh, go and DM this person, oh, do this work and send it to this person. We were just doing anything that we could do.
Yeah.
So with mentorship, and you know, if you are steadfast, prayerful, you're passionate about the craft, don't think about the money. Think about the money. Don't think about the money at first. Just learn the work. If you are good, if you are good, they'll find you anywhere. Because I didn't used to. I don't even live in Lagos.
Wow.
You know, I just spent some years in Lagos and left. I didn't even stay in Lagos when people started reaching out to me.
Wow, that's
I grew up in Shagam.
Wow.
You know, and you know, name it, this biggest celebrities in the country have reached out to me for you know, my room.
Yeah.
You know, because I just know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know, so you need to know what you're doing first.
Thank you very much. Now, quickly before we round up, describe yourself in 3 words. Very short.
And I can see the ring, so I mean,
I should describe myself in 3 words.
Yeah.
Then what are you saying?
how do you relax with family? Just putting that into it.
I'm not an outgoing type.
Okay.
You know, so I just, when I go out, I like to go all out. In between, I'm an ambivert.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I can describing yourself.
Yeah, I can be very hyper now, and then the next minute you're asking me. When I was in school, whenever I'm not hyper, people used to think I was sick.
Wow.
What's wrong with us? Nothing is wrong.
Exactly.
I'm fine.
It's just that time.
I know you're not yourself. But that's not myself. I can be anything I want.
Yeah.
You know. So if I'm always at home with my wife, she works at home. I work at home if I'm not on set.
Oh yeah.
Pictures, so.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much. You think you only said ambivert, and what again?
I'm ambivert. I'm a very funny person. I like to think I'm a very funny person.
Okay.
When I was in school, I used to do comedy.
Trust me, you are who you think you are. For me, that's just what it is. I don't want to know what you think.
And maybe I like to talk.
Same here. Best friends. Thank you so much for coming to the show. And we know you have a lot of things to do, but we brought you here and you honored our invitation. Thank you so much for actually coming and shedding more light on the world of poster design and creations. As you just watched it on the show, we brought to you one of the seasoned poster designers in Nigeria, and we had quite a lot of discussions that we did, and very beautiful discussion from Mr. Iyebiye Adeiton. Very beautiful name. Like I'm jealous. I'm actually very jealous. But right now we have to go on a short break, and when we get back, we'll continue from where we stopped.
Hi guys, my name is Iyebiye Adeiton. I'm a film poster designer and illustrator. This is ConsumerHallaTV. It's a consumer advocacy channel. We show content on consumers based news, entertainment, and all of that. So I urge you guys to stay tuned.
Hey there, do you know in the world today, everyone is a consumer, and as consumers, we all have the right to be heard.
In Nigeria today, as a consumer, you have all right to product information, right to fair pricing, right to return goods, right to product labeling, right to fair dealings, and a lot more.
Well then, have you heard about the new media channel?
ConsumerHallaTV.
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 At ConsumerHallaTV, our goal is to inform and educate consumers in Nigeria with insightful news alongside development within the fast-paced world of consumers through well-researched, specialized, and analytical content.
Our vision at ConsumerHallaTV is to create an engaging platform that provides right connections for meaningful brands in Nigeria, thus creating a more caring world for consumers where business thrive.
And guess what? Our Consumer Hala brand is the first consumer complaint resolution portal in Nigeria, powered by a 72-hour feedback mechanism. We offer consumer advocacy, informative talk shows, branding promotions, advertising, and lots more. Connect with us via our YouTube channel at ConsumerHallaTV. Follow us on our Facebook page, ConsumerHallaTV, our Instagram page, ConsumerHallaTV, and do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscription is free. ConsumerHallaTV. At ConsumerHallaTV, you deserve to be heard.
At ConsumerHallaTV, you deserve to be heard.
Welcome back from that break, and that was Mr. Iyebiye Adeiton on the show with us, talking about everything posters and how it can affect Nollywood's movie production. Thank you so much for coming on the program this evening. Thank you so much. Mofe, let's quickly round up what we're doing with that segment, because I guess the conversation was so interesting that we could continue talking about it. Let's talk about the beautiful posters that has actually happened, and Mr. Iyebiye has actually produced for Nollywood blockbusters, and I think you should start with the first one.
Yeah, so our top 5 countdown this week would be he has produced many, he has designed many film posters, but these top 5 countdown are just the ones, part of the ones that are captivating and they're so beautiful to watch. So for number 5 is for Maria Ebun Pataki. This movie poster is so beautiful to watch and so captivating. You just want to watch the movie just with the sight of this poster.
And the second one is With Difficulty Comes Ease. It's also a very beautiful poster. I'm very sure you can see for yourself that the poster is really beautiful. And this poster speaks volume on how you can easily confuse and convince a consumer or an audience to say, oh, this poster looks very interesting. Why not just let me go to the cinema or probably in the Netflix or wherever it is to actually see what's really going on with the poster. So yes, this particular movie is very beautiful too. With Difficulty Comes Ease, the poster is amazing.
Yeah, and coming on number 3 spot is no other movie than Ayinla. And we had a background discussion about this, and it's so beautiful to see. As you can see as well, you definitely just want to watch the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, very beautiful one at that. And coming up after that is A Ghetto Love Story. This particular movie, the poster, amazing as well. Well done, Mr. AB. Very beautiful, very creative. It speaks volume. So whoever is seeing this particular one should definitely see that this is a very beautiful one.
Interesting one. Coming on number one spot is is Farmer's Bride.
Yeah.
Farmer's Bride. I mean, the poster is so beautiful.
Yeah, I've not seen Farmer's Bride, but from whatever I've been seeing the posters, I'm like, oh my god, I need to see this movie. So we are begging you, if it's on Prime or anything, please just release this movie. Let us that we're no opportunity to go to the cinema to watch it, just watch it. Yeah.
So these are top 5 film posters. As created, designed, illustrated, whatever word you want to use by EAB Adeiton, and this is when it comes to being creative. When it comes to the word being extraordinary, he is definitely.
And mind you, he said that it was a collaboration for him to do a poster of Ayinla. So the particular one he did, you can actually see for yourself that it is a very beautiful one.
He is truly regarded as Kaizen creative, and this is really seen in his work.
Yeah, thank you so much for creating such beautiful ones. And for Celebrity of the Week, let's quickly move to that because I think our time is running. For Celebrity of the Week, I'm very sure everybody knows how we do it here. It's not easy for somebody to drive all the way from wherever they're coming from, because this man actually, where he told us he was coming from, is a very far place, and he honored us, and we are so grateful for him to be on the show to speak volume on what he is actually doing. And the department he is actually plays a very crucial role in the world of Nollywood and how consumers, audiences presume this particular movie. So thank you so much, Mr. AB, once again. So let's quickly run down to Celebrity of the Week. I'm very sure it's not going to be surprising that Celebrity of the Week for this particular edition of Screen Time is Mr. Iyebiye Adeitan. None other person deserves it more than him. And to all of the other people that are doing posters in the movie industry, kudos to all of you. You guys are doing amazingly well, and we can't wait for you to start getting the recognition that you particularly deserve. Thank you so much.
Interesting. So it just simply means that whatever you do, whatever your hands find to do, just do it brilliantly, and you will be celebrated. It's not easy to be our celebrity of the week.
Yes, so it's not easy. I'm telling you, it's not easy.
And moving away from that to the last segment of the show today, it's new movie release updates.
Like we always do.
Yeah, Kike is going to quickly run us, with all that.
The amazing movies lined up for people that watch, what's it called? For we that watch American movies sometimes, actually. Let's put it out there. Some movies are actually coming out to the cinema by September. So probably when we get the collation of all the movies, we're probably going to share it next time on the program. So let's go. The first one that is here today is on YouTube. These are movies that you can find on YouTube that you can use to while away time. The first one is Arike on Biodun Stephen TV. It stars Sonia Uche, Biodun Stephen herself, and Femi Jacobs. This is a very beautiful movie. It showcases fatherly loves. It showcases how children, if they are not guided well, they can actually stray. And sometimes being strict is not all a child needs. Sometimes they need you to talk to them more than you just been saying, oh, sit down there, you cannot go anywhere, you can't do this. Be more involved in your child's life more than. It's a very beautiful story. I didn't see this angle coming, but I love what they did there. So kudos to everybody that is on it. Arike on Biodun Stephen. You need to go and watch it. It's on YouTube. It's free of charge. Another one that actually wowed me this weekend is And Then Came Grace on Omoli Uboli TV, starring Bimbo Ademoye and Taye Arimoro. Can you imagine two of my
Nice
faves
combination.
like in the same movie? It's gonna be fun, like
delicious,
like so amazing. Like And Then Came Grace is a movie of so much intelligence, trust me. Like Omoni Uboli produces a beautiful movie, but And Then Came Grace was from another angle. It's a faith-based story, and it also showcased how too much of obedience sometimes can be harmful. Like you don't think for yourself, you are too indebted to somebody to not see, and sometimes as a faith-based movie, it teaches us a lot. I think I was talking to my best friend yesterday about some things when it comes to the spiritual world, and I told her that I believe that if God can talk to your pastor, God can talk to me. If God can talk to my alpha, God can also talk to me. You're not special. There's nothing special about you. You're also like a normal human being. It's just for you to dedicate your time and have faith that yes, this man is going to come through me. God is not going to come and see you physically. God is not seeing anybody physically. He might see you through a dream. He might see you through a sign. He'll be like, okay, that's my conviction. So this is a movie that actually shows a lot. It remains small. Make person forgot her for this movie. But this movie is actually amazing. And then came Grace on Omoni Yobodi TV. It's a beautiful watch. If you watch it, I'm very sure you're going to learn one or two from the movie. Another one is on Maurice Sam TV, featuring our legendary actress Nadia Buhari and Maurice Sam. The movie is called Tug Love. I mean, the theme is well explored, trust me. It's just the way the name is Tug Love. But I wouldn't want to say anything because the name already reveals a lot of things. But sometimes love can change human being. Love can make you better. And also love can make you otherwise. But this movie turned out to be a very beautiful ending. So, yep, trust me, you're going to enjoy it if you enjoy movies like that. Another one is Love Unlisted on SODK TV. It stars Saga Diolu, SODK, and Inem King. The lineup, come on, beautiful actors. You're going to enjoy the movie. It's a very beautiful movie. You know, you might love somebody, but you're doing shakara, you're in denial, you know. And then a man that doesn't know what he wants from himself, and then trauma also speak. He spoke a lot of volume in the movie. The trauma of this particular man, the way he grew up, the way he viewed marriages. So he already, you know, because of what he saw in his parents' marriage, already viewed of a particular woman he wants. He wants a meek woman, he wants a silent woman, a totally submissive woman. Then you're falling in love with someone that is totally different. How do you navigate that? And it's love, oh. It's up. So the movie, trust me, you're going to enjoy it. Another movie that I really want us to see is a series that's going on. Visa on Arrival season 7 is amazing. Very beautiful story. Bovie, I feel like this is one of the best production Bovie has ever made. The lineup of characters, I'm not even talking about the particular people. The characters alone, they are killing it. We have from season 1 to season 7. If you've not started it at all, I'm recommending this particular movie for you. I don't like series. For me to be seated out watching this series, I love this particular series. I just finished watching the season episode 4, season 7. So you can actually join to start watching from the beginning. Trust me, you will love it, especially when Sophia Lakija joined in another dimension entirely. Visa on Arrival season 7 is out right now. You can start season 1 to season 7 on Accelerated TV on YouTube. It's just, subscription is free and it's your data. If you are interested, why not? Just start it. You're gonna enjoy yourself. Another one that we have is this story. Oh my God, I never saw this coming. I'm not even going to lie to you. You know, it's the emotions for this particular story. The story is A Crown for Two. You know, if you see the lineup of actresses, you probably think of a totally different way this story is going to go through. You might think of, oh, it's a story of people fighting for the crown, you know, blah blah blah, this like that. But this is it's a very beautiful story. It is well detailed. It's a 3-hour 20-minute movie. It's on Uche na Obunabo TV. It stars Omeche Oko, it stars Clinton Joshua, and it stars Chineye Inebe. Trust me, these are people that I really love. Omeche is winning my heart at the moment. She's a phenomenal actress. She's very, very playful. She's very, very playful.
You not told us the title of the movie.
Yeah, sorry, A Crown for Two. A Crown for Two.
I think
yeah, I mentioned it, but like, and I just like illustrated it. It's a very beautiful movie. You wouldn't understand the dimension. And it spoke about friendship, loyalty, love, and it spoke about understanding. You know, you should understand that somebody that you call a friend like fancies your man, but because of the girl's amount of loyalty, she never made you feel uncomfortable that and she even supports your relationship. Anyways, if you want to see how that plays out, go and watch A Crown for Two. A very beautiful, very beautiful story of it's not all about money, it's not about royalty, it's not about it's a very humble story. Everybody in the movie very humble, sweet, amazing human beings. A lot of ups and downs, obviously, where it got really emotional, but it later turned out to be really nice. But yeah, It's always an amazing one. And I love it.
Interesting one. You know, from Arike to Togwa and to A Crown for Two. So you can get to enjoy all of these movies on YouTube. And I mean, is it visa on arrival? Anyone that you
on
want,
arrival, please go watch it.
You can always watch and enjoy. And if you think you've not added to the list, anyone you would have preferred,
let us know.
I mean, the door is open.
Yeah.
Just go to
comment
the
section. Type it. Kike, you know, why are you not putting this one? I watched this time. Yeah, we watched a lot of movies, but we can't come and see everything now. Exactly. Or else we'll just use our whole 1 hour to see everything. And we have a lot of lineup of things. Just the ones that I feel like, oh, just go watch it, you enjoy it.
Yes, just go watch it, and this is all we can take on today's edition of Screen Time, and I'm quite sure you've enjoyed so much with the EAB on the show, and
very beautiful.
Now I believe you understand how film poster can influence your choice of seeing a movie. And to grace your screen next edition, I remain my humble self, Iremofe Kofoworola, the man clothed in wealth and strength.
And I am Kike Lamoajibola. Toodles.
Hey there, do you know in the world today, everyone is a consumer, and as consumers, we all have the right to be heard.
In Nigeria today, as a consumer, you have all right to product information, right to fair pricing, right to return goods, right to product labeling, right to fair dealings, and a lot more.
Well then, have you heard about the new media channel?
ConsumerHallaTV.
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 At ConsumerHallaTV, our goal is to inform and educate consumers in Nigeria with insightful news alongside development within the fast-paced world of consumers through
Good evening and welcome to News Highlights on ConsumerHallaTV. I'm Kike Lamoajibola. Let's start with the first highlight this evening about petrol consumptions nationwide that has fallen by 28% over the past 2 years, as pump attendants across filling stations are now experiencing scanty vehicular purchases. The latest figures from the Nigerian Downstream and Midstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority NMDPRA show that the daily volume of premium motor spirit, popularly known as petrol, dropped from 68.353 million liters in June 2023 when fuel subsidy was removed to 49.277 million liters in 2025 of June. Moving away from that report now to business news, where Chief Executive Officer of the Impact Investors Foundation, Moglova, has raised concerns over the staggering $158.1 billion financial gap crippling the growth of small and medium-sized enterprises in Nigeria. Glovo disclosed this in Lagos State at the closing of the Onyx Investment Advisory Limited and the United Nations Development Program Nigeria SDG Investment Forum on Saturday in Abuja. Still on business news, here the Corporate Affairs Commission, CAC, has announced October 1st as the date for the implementation of revised fees for its services. The revised fees were earlier scheduled to take effect on September 1. This was after CAC had already postponed the initial deadline of August 1 following technical issues with the upgraded portal. Let's shift our attention away from business use now and to consultants, corp members, and other non-permanent workers have been barred from inclusion in the personnel payroll of ministries, departments, and parastatals in
2026. And now to the president of the Nigerian Association of Chambers of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture, Dr. Jamiu Ibrahim, has disclosed that Nigeria's ambition of building a $1 trillion economy by 2030 is quite achievable. And moving away from that particular report to the announcement that was made last week about salary increases for public servants in Imo and Ebonyi State has sparked a renewed call for higher pay in other states, according to monitored news report as of yesterday. Remember, the executive governor of Imo State, Governor Hope Uzodinma, during a meeting with labor leaders and the state last week, announced a new minimum wage of 104,000 naira, which is 34,000 naira above the national benchmark early this year. Also, the minimum wage of medical doctors rose from 215,000 naira to 503,000 naira, while that of teachers in tertiary institutions went up from 119,000 naira to 222,000 naira following the development in Imo and Ebonyi. The Edo State chapter of the Nigeria Labour Congress stated that it would engage positively with the Edo State government with a view to reviewing the minimum wage. Another report about Zichi's Agro-Allied Industries PLC has reported a 119% rise in turnover from 132 million naira in 2023 to 289 million naira in 2024. The chairman of the company, Ezekiel Oshaba, disclosed this at the firm's second annual general meeting in Lagos, where he presented the annual report and accounts to shareholders. And now over to the foreign scene, where the government of the United Kingdom has announced a reform that restricts overseas recruitment, barring more than 100 occupations from being filled by foreign workers as part of its drive to cut net migration. Let's quickly move away from that highlight to another story about the excess crude account ECA, a fiscal account created by the federal government to save revenues in excess of the budgetary benchmark price that were generated from the sale of oil, has risen to $535,823.39. And now over to bank matters. The Guarantee Trust Holdings Company PLC has injected the sum of 65.85 billion naira through a rights issue to strengthen the capital base of its banking subsidiary. Guarantee Trust Bank Limited GTB said this. Now let's take a look at this one right here about the Nigeria-China strategic partnership, as they have announced to its Chinese counterpart. Nigeria's data center market is projected to reach $671 million by 2030. Now, a leading tech firm, Arigo Technologies, has made history with the launch of the world's first 7 groundbreaking digital platforms in Lagos, Nigeria. Let's quickly move away from that particular highlight to Ogun State, where the governor of Ogun State, Prince Dapo Abiodun, has over the weekend released 130 acres of land for the construction of Ijebu Ode Inland Dry Port along Ekpe Mojoda Expressway, Ijebu Ode. And that's a wrap for the news highlight on ConsumerHallaTV. Don't forget that ConsumerHallaTV will be back to your screen tomorrow for more news story going around the country. Thank you so much for staying connected to us, and see you tomorrow 8 o'clock a.m. on the dot. I'm Kike Lomo Ajibola. Good evening. Hey there, do you know in the world today, everyone is a consumer, and as consumers, we all have the right to be heard.
In Nigeria today, as a consumer, you have all right to product information, right to fair pricing, right to return goods, right to product labeling, right to fair dealings, and a lot more.
Well then, have you heard about the new media channel?
ConsumerHallaTV.
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 At ConsumerHallaTV, our goal is to inform and educate consumers in Nigeria with insightful news alongside development within the fast-paced world of consumers through well-researched, specialized, and analytical content.
Our vision at ConsumerHallaTV is to create an engaging platform that provides right connections for meaningful brands in Nigeria, thus creating a more caring world for consumers where business thrive.
And guess what? Our ConsumerHalla brand is the first consumer complaint resolution portal in Nigeria, powered by a 72-hour feedback mechanism. We offer consumer advocacy, informative talk shows, branding promotions, advertising, and lots more. Connect with us via our YouTube channel at ConsumerHallaTV. Follow us on our Facebook page, ConsumerHallaTV, our Instagram page, ConsumerHallaTV, and do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscription is free. ConsumerHallaTV. At ConsumerHallaTV, you deserve to be heard.
At ConsumerHallaTV, you deserve to be heard.